up, everybody? Awesome Talk Season 4, Episode 8 on March 24th, 2015. Welcome to the show, everybody. We have I don't know what kind of a show we have tonight. It's us here tonight.
This is a go fuck yourself kind of show. This is what we like to call the snout.
Tony Tedesco.
It's all snout.
Tony Tedesco from the Full Fathom 5 might be stopping by tonight. And if he does, that dude was here in the last show, dude. He was fucking hysterical, man. And he's a funny guy. Gonna be playing some Ice in the Face clips later on tonight. Actually, we're playing a clip with John Lackey from episode 40.
Nice.
The best episode.
Where we talked about slump humping and all kinds of cool stuff.
I don't even want to know.
And I just want to...
Listen, if you have to talk about fucking dogs long enough, you come up with a cute term for it.
Yeah.
Alright, not cute, not dogs. I meant dead people.
I find the most interesting thing, the most interesting combination of words that you just said would be to be have to.
It's a labor of love.
Alright. Well, if it's love,
Today
then...
for Spooky Me,
listen.
I had to look up disgusting assholes and
Apparently.
literally mean that.
You don't know
Apparently
what
love
happens.
and Google know no bounds.
That was because when I read the article about baby cages, I had found that picture
Another
of...
thing I probably don't want to know.
It was a baby with Nick Cage's face. And what was
Oh,
funny
that's so much better than I thought
What
it was
was
going
funny?
to be.
What was funny is I
Alright.
Now,
posted.
they
happy.
are actual baby cages.
There were actual baby cages.
That's what made it
I
funny
wrote
that
about
he
it. It's
did this.
hysterical. So this
You know
picture
I got
comes
a lot
up.
of estrogen going on in my household right now, right? You can't do that.
So I
We can't-
posted
we can't play
picture.
the baby card
I
tonight,
posted
all right?
Well,
picture
in
of baby
like
Nick
the
Cage.
1800s or something, they had.
It was like the
cages
1930s.
For people that lived in the cities, they had cages that stuck out of your window.
Oh, yeah, I know about the baby.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
because they thought
I'm
the
sorry,
babies
I'm
needed
actually
fresh
down
air.
with that.
Like,
If
why
I
would
was
you
a
just hold
baby,
the
I'd
baby
want a
and
baby.
take it
Yeah.
out fucking side?
And they were only available in England, but created by an American company.
Dude, if I was a baby,
Yeah.
I'd want a
Try
baby
it out
cage.
first.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
be like,
That's the lab.
dude, check it out. If you lay here on your stomach, it's like you're flying.
So I posted a picture of Nicolas Cage as a baby that I find, and I wrote, you know what's funny is that when you search baby cage, this is what comes up. So there were like 18 comments before somebody finally said, "Why are you looking up baby cages?" And I went, "Really? It took 18 comments."
I
for someone to
agree
ask
with
me
you on that one. Really, internet, for shame. Like, I would have.
Yeah,
That's the
earlier
first thing
today-
I would have said to you.
Earlier
Right?
today,
What the fuck are you doing?
Like, this was completely out of true astonishment. It had nothing to do with baiting anyone. I almost posted today, I'm surprised by how little assholes I see on an uncensored Google image search for disgusting assholes.
Right, there were almost no
There
assholes.
were none, zero.
I mean,
no,
there were
wasn't
dickheads
even
like Scumbag
one.
Steve, probably.
Yeah,
but
There
like,
wasn't even
Not
one.
one asshole.
Not
yeah,
one
not a single
asshole
balloon
among
knot
them.
appeared. Not even a rose-budded one or a prolapsed asshole. Nothing.
Disappointment
You
to
mean
I'm
you mean the
sure.
pink sock? Is that what you're talking about?
That was
no
good.
rosebud.
That was
We don't
good.
with the pink
That was
sock.
good. When Doug Stanhope gets drunk, he calls
Hey,
it the
look,
truncated
Greg's in the
anus.
chat.
Hey, what's up, Geggy Todd? Welcome to the chat.
Yo, Gag, hey,
You
what's
saved
up,
yourself,
buddy?
Chris. You jumped on that train before you knew where it was headed.
I know, I was all excited.
You were like, yes, yo, him. All right.
Yeah,
yay.
I was like, oh, shizer. I
Yeah,
made a fool of
you
myself.
did catch it selling it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
And market. This segment has been brought to you by the Colgate Company.
actually, it's been brought to you by NevermoreDesigns.com, Nevermore-Designs.com for making these wonderful mugs. Hey, John, like, you clink with me just so we show how durable they are? Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
that's smashed right then.
You saw that?
You
You
imagine.
saw that?
It's over. It's broken. My life
No,
will never
nothing
be the
will
same.
break this.
No, not even a human head
Nothing.
at full force.
Oh, fuck
I
you.
could
I could break it with my human
I
head
can
in full
break
force.
Like, hit your own head with it?
Yeah.
Well,
I could do that. I'm not going to. but
I
could.
Challenge you to do it. You and me.
I've broken
You and Wu
I've
have
broken
a
sturdier stuff
head-smashing
than that.
competition.
Yes.
A competition.
Yes.
We-
Oh no. I'm sorry.
How many clunks to the head does it take to crack this Nevermore Designs? mug?
You could call me like
that
I'm
might
like
end up being how
a
many clunks does it take to
I'm like a
crack Wu's head
Martin
open?
bro.
Yeah.
You gotta really consider me more like a Martin Brodeur or a Lawrence Taylor type. You know,
I feel
did
like
so
bro-door
much.
is what people call
I
their
did
assholes.
so
Yeah, right.
Wait,
No,
wait,
stay
no.
away from a bro door.
STR8.
It's
Exit
BRODEUR.
only.
All right.
You
Brodeur.
shit.
He's a French Canadian.
I-C-K-L.
He's a Canuck Francais.
So I want to say,
X's in that name.
hello to people who are watching out there. Let's do it around the bar. My name's Rick.
My name is John.
I would be Ryan, father of Odin.
Sarah.
And
Mr. Giggy Talk.
Mr. Giggy Talk. A round of applause, everybody. Welcome to the bar tonight. Welcome to the bar.
Good to be back.
Don't get angry because you can't do it. That's not our problem. Come on, clinky on that one. That was a good one, right? These guys didn't laugh. These guys didn't laugh because I got uncomfortable.
Oh, I
I
laughed
can't
inside.
clap
As Koreans are wont to do.
You think I'm comfortable ever?
And I also like to say congratulations to Ryan for
Yeah.
his
Thank
birth
you.
of his son.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
We welcomed young Master Odin Robert Edgar into this world on March the 10th at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Hey, hold on.
He was too big for business, and his mother just couldn't handle it. So I had to watch a woman be disemboweled.
Somebody said the sound is
and
way
then
off.
they took my fucking
better now?
son's
No.
body.
What's wrong?
His blue,
out.
slimy fucking
And
body. And they just laid it on
Weird?
this tray that they had kind
Hold
of
on,
chilling
let me
on
have a
his
second.
thighs, and it was the most disgusting.
Just keep going. I got.
It was the most
did you film
disgusting.
it?
No,
You
I did.
filmed
I
it?
wasn't allowed, dude. I was all sterilized. I had like surgery gear on, and I had the fucking hairnet and the nine, you know, and like they had a curtain up so she couldn't see it. So if in order
I
for
don't
me to
get
see
that,
it,
like,
I had to stand.
If
Oh
they
no,
request
no, there's
to
a
see
very,
it, I
there's a
don't
very
think
good
they let
reason.
that.
No,
I
there's
don't
a.
fucking get it.
There's a very good reason for it. There's a very, very, very good reason.
I know,
for
I
it.
get that.
It's
I
because
do,
you will
what I'm
freak
saying
out.
is that, like,
If you see it, you will freak out.
I feel
You're
like
already
they
you're
have
strapped
no
to you're strapped to a
legal
crucifix.
ability to say
No.
nope.
Yes, they do
No.
because they
Yeah,
make
you
you
don't
sign
want
a
to see
form
yourself
before you go in
disemboweled.
there.
Like, oh
Some
my god!
people fucking do.
No, that's how they do. They
Yeah, I'm
make you
sure there
sign.
are
They
some
make you
crazy
sign a
fucks,
form,
but
and that
that's not
form
me.
says,
Yeah.
"This is how we do it.
Fill out.
You're consenting to that now, or we're not doing it."
Or you're gonna do it at home yourself.
Yeah,
Cut yourself
exactly.
up.
Basically, and that's it. This is how we do it.
Whatever, dude.
You're gonna
I'll
do it
just-
our
Serious
way.
motherfucker,
I'll
I'll
just
take
go
the
to the
fuck
shed.
out.
You're
I'll
gonna
go
do
to
it. You're
shed,
gonna
grab
do it
some
our way,
tools.
and if it
That's
goes
good
wrong,
enough.
you're not gonna sue us for it. And
Well,
that's
that's the main thing.
Yeah,
And that's
fuck
the main
them. You
thing,
just
but-
go home and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But one of the big things in that piece of paper is this is how we do it,
Yeah.
and this is how we're going to do it, and you're going to be cool with that. And what they do is they hide the wife's face because if you see
They just
something
put
like
a
that,
fucking mask, a blindfold on her, like
Well, you're
something really
awake.
fucked up and
like
insane.
you're awake for the most
Like,
part.
yeah, we need a place
Like
for
the
this
first
mirror.
in
Let's
the
just put it on
within
there,
the
she'll
first
never
within the
know.
first 10 minutes, my son was out and screaming. Like it was 10 minutes. You know, like they gave her some drugs. She was still awake. There was a curtain, and I'm sitting there holding her hand and looking at her face. And I can see shadows, and I peek around every once in
Did
a
it
while.
make the same noises that comedy shows made when people?
No,
were
it made no
weird
noises. It made nothing.
intestinal-
It was nothing. It was
Yeah,
nothing.
like just-
You didn't hear anything.
Wait.
You didn't hear the noise. You just heard the doctors talking, and you heard
No,
the
you
machinery.
just didn't have the creators from The Walking Dead with the
No, I know.
Oh my
Of
God.
course.
Don't
Because
be-
had that-
everything.
Dude, if he would have had that in his pocket, and like just completely no one noticed, just totally nonchalant.
That's because everything that happens on TV sounds like a fist in a jar of mayonnaise. Yeah,
Yes.
you understand that,
There's
you
like
know.
one Foley
We have
sound.
to
But no, it doesn't.
Like
It
that
doesn't.
over
It
real life.
honestly, it doesn't sound like anything. You know what I mean? And then
I'm
like.
sure it doesn't sound.
And then they're like, okay, we're probably we're getting to where the baby is. So if you want to look. And so I got,
So if you want to look,
and I was
Oh,
like, I'm not gonna look because I told Aaron too. I'm like, I'm not gonna look. I'm right here. I'm with you. If you want to look,
you
look.
had to see.
And I was just like,
Like,
I'll be right back.
Oh,
And I was
no,
just,
everything's
yeah, dude.
okay.
It was just like,
Everything's okay,
like
buddy.
right here, and then just intestinal, like just cords and
everything's okay, buddy. Don't
strings
worry about
and
it.
things, and then this little child, this little human, and he's like blue, and he's covered in sludge and slime, and then out of nowhere he just starts screaming. And then they're fucking taking him off the table, and they cut the thing, and then they call you, and they're like,
Dude,
"Here, like,
people
we'll wash him off."
elect
And
to have this
I
happen.
know
Yeah.
we are
People
against that,
People
by the way.
sign up
I
for
am
this
very,
shit,
very
and then they
against
have
that.
9 months
It's
of misery
terrifying.
to get to that moment that they wanted.
It's
Yeah, I don't
terrifying.
understand that either. It's, like, why
It's
would
a
you-
terrifying fucking thing.
why
My
would you
wife,
put
my
your
wife,
body
that
through
was the
that
first thing
situation?
she said. The first thing she said when she came out of the fucking like coma of drugs. And we were up in the fucking bedroom.
put me back on
no,
that.
no. She was like, I cannot fucking believe people choose to do that. She
Because
felt
they don't want their
everything.
vag
Like, no, you're numb,
Yeah.
but you feel it. You know, I mean, like, you know that you feel the
You feel the
pressures.
pressure
Like,
of that
when
movie.
somebody takes your fucking uterus and stuffs it back into your body while it's been laying on a table, you feel it.
That's what
It
she
doesn't
said.
matter what measure of drugs you're on. You know what I mean? Like, if I fell
By the way,
and
Aaron-
broke my
Aaron
arm
just said-
on drugs,
Wait,
I might not feel the pain, but I would definitely know that my arm wasn't a part of my
The
body
person who
anymore.
actually
You know?
suffered the
Like,
scalpel is talking. She said any bitch that opts for this is crazy.
exactly. Thank you.
I know so
Uh,
many.
It was
people
the
are saying
gnarliest
it's gotten
fucking
better,
thing,
Gags.
dude. It was such a gnarly thing to watch. It really is. But if you fucking get a girl pregnant, you have to look, whether it's natural or whether it's a
There's
C-section.
other
You-
options
no,
available.
no, no.
Yeah,
What
like,
the-
Just put that out there.
Yeah, you're saying the right
There's
thing
more
to
than
do.
one way to
No,
go
no,
about
no,
that.
yes.
I'll film it and then I'll decide whether
I'm
to
just
watch
saying,
it
you.
later.
Could you imagine?
Like,
I'm not
really
gonna leave
fucked up. I'll be
anybody.
like, dude, this is
If
crazy.
I have the option,
Exactly.
there's an option to be there or not be there. That's the bottom line. There's an option to be there or not be
Not
there.
for her.
And if you're gonna let that woman go through that fucking thing by herself, you are a piece of shit. I'm sorry. You know,
There's
like-
no bar across the street.
no, fuck that.
Jesus
Fuck that,
Christ.
dude.
Not-
That was the
nothing in the
gnarliest
hospital,
thing
they
I
sell
ever
foods
saw,
and all
man.
that. It's just a
Yeah, right. You know, you can get
Oh,
yourself a
and that's the
pudding
fucked
or
up thing
shit.
about it.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes
That's
in,
the- okay.
10 minutes in, your kid comes out and he gets washed off and shit, and you get to hold him, and you're holding him, and then you bring him in, and you and him are sitting next to mommy's head while the
And he's
next
leaking
while
all
the
over
next
you.
50 minutes of surgery goes on, and they're sitting there putting her back together for an hour.
We can
For
rebuild
an
her
hour,
stronger,
and I'm
better,
sitting there
faster.
with my son, just like, oh,
Oh,
you're
we have
so
these extra
adorable,
pieces,
you're
yeah,
so
that's
handsome,
okay.
you're
Yeah.
so wonderful. Breathe, Aaron, breathe, for fuck's sakes, breathe, breathe,
Yeah, but
breathe,
that's exactly
breathe. You know, like,
I feel like if I were the
It
surgeon,
was
I would say the
terrifying,
same thing.
dude. It was
I would have
fucking
like a
terrifying.
satchel of extra parts. I'd be like, well, these probably aren't important. Let's just link this to that to this. They're
We'll
pissing
just
out the
work
rest.
around it.
Yeah, we'll work around
Yeah,
it. It's
what,
no
what,
big.
what, what's
It's no
tomorrow?
big.
What's
It's
tomorrow's
terrifying,
special?
though. I gotta
Sausages?
tell you.
Just throw in the
Throw
sausage.
it in. Look, I got some casing for you.
like that was the funny.
Like it comes out all like.
I told you about that too, right? I told you about that. That was the funny thing about it. Because this time I was like, this time I'm not gonna like look, you know, like she's just gonna while she's having the kid, I'm gonna stay up top, you know, I'm gonna like, you know, like, oh, you do it great, huh? You're doing. I'm gonna let the doctors handle it this time. Like last time I was
This
ball-
time,
I
last
saw-
time I cut that motherfucker
Oh,
out.
dude,
My
yeah.
goddamn
Oh,
self.
I was like
out
elbow
your
deep
teeth.
with them dudes, dude. Like, you know,
Elbow
when they
deep.
when they
He's
cut
got big gloves
when
on.
they cut her for the beauty
I'm
of
the
the
female, and I'm the one that's gross.
when they cut
babies.
like if John Mackey was the doctor cutting her vagina to her ass, I was like, you're doing a great job, dude. Like, it looks good. It looks
I mean,
good.
it smells terrible,
It
but
looks
let's
good.
just.
No, yeah.
Nailed it.
I imagine
nailed it. You
For
nailed
some
it.
reason, I imagine you and the doctors dressed like it's Breaking Bad, and you're about to make meth.
Yes.
Like you got the masks
I have
on, and
pictures.
And they're all in their underwear.
I do have pictures. Yeah, I was completely dressed like that, and I was, you know, like, but yeah, dude.
Getting
that's what
bad
I'm
again,
saying, like,
Gags. That stuff feels like
Like,
a lot
I
of
didn't
noise.
want to
Try
watch
twisting
this
that
one.
wire again.
And I
with
wound
the
up seeing the
personas.
most gnarly
It's always
fucking
the
thing.
worst.
Yeah, it was worse than the first time. Like, I was like, well, fuck. You know, like,
Never make promises.
Well, the nightmare is over.
she was like, I thought you were going to stay with me the whole time. I was just like, yeah, but, you know, shit changed.
Yeah.
You know? I got to see this.
I like realize there's some shit here.
I'm never gonna see
The
it.
ebb,
right.
and flow,
Sorry,
the ebb and
right.
flow of the situation. Yeah, dude, I'm getting. And you know
When
what?
is the
No
next
shit.
time?
No
I
shit.
can't stop the
Do you
I'm
want to
not gonna see
know?
my disemboweled wife on a table.
Yeah.
Where
If
I'm
I
not
don't do
getting
it-
in trouble.
Yeah, if I don't do it myself.
But no, you know what?
Like,
The
I've always
greatest
wanted to do
part
this.
about it all is when she came off of that shit and me and her were talking. I looked at her and I was like, "Honey, you did a great job. That was fantastic. Don't worry, I'm getting snipped." And I just said that because I don't ever want to see her on an operating table again in my life.
Yeah.
That was like you see it, dude. Like when you see like the organs and like her entire reproductive
I'm sorry,
system
but that
out
just
on a
sounds like a
table.
nice way of saying, please no more fucking children.
Well, no, yeah.
This is all, we've reached
I mean,
capacity.
yeah, Rick, that is, I swear, I almost called you Gage. You fucking- I thought that was unspoken. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want any more kids. I barely wanted this one, but I got him, and he's awesome. and it's cool, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
fucking down.
Right.
I didn't know
Well, now you
I
have no
wanted the.
choice.
I didn't know I
There's
wanted
no
the
Now
first
you
one.
back
have
now.
to say you love it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
love
Let's
it.
just remove the temptation altogether. You
Yes,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
right,
Like,
that's true.
let's just
no
fucking
choice
do
now.
it. And now, you know what, dude? I'm inextricably bound to you. So fuck it. You're my people, and you will act
You're my
accordingly.
people.
Yeah, you know.
Put a little bit.
But yeah, no, I'm done, dude, and I don't ever want to. Like, that was some like, dude,
Show me the
seriously.
secret handshake.
Girls, don't do that to yourself. Don't be one of those fucking poshy bitches who's like, oh, I'm just gonna have them put me to sleep
Way,
and do a
way
C-section."
more safe to be.
Just have a push and have the fucking baby. Yeah.
You weren't gonna make fun of me for saying more safe.
I said sterile.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, ladies, it's way, way better to be a lesbian in this day and age.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
there's that.
Yeah, I love.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a kid, try and have it.
Hey, look, Woo votes more lesbians, so let's
Yes.
just get on this.
I'm just
You
saying,
hear
I've
that,
seen
world?
them both. I've
More
seen them both. I've seen a
lesbians.
natural birth and a C-section, and I am telling you from first-hand experience, you want the natural birth. So much easier. Yeah, it seems harder. Yeah, it's longer. Yeah, it hurts and it push, but like, dude,
me out, please.
the amount of damage they do to you in a C-section is gnarly, man. And like, all the nurses are just like, oh, C-section, abdominal surgery is the worst fucking thing you can do. Like, you need everything you do, every move you make is connected to your abs in some
You hear what
way.
Aaron said? Aaron said, if I delivered naturally, I would have been vacuuming my house the next day.
Yeah, you know, she would have been good. She was off her feet for like a week, and like, if I made her laugh, she started bleeding, and she was like mad at me. You know what I mean?
I was there. I was a witness.
Yeah, you saw. Like, I can't. You know me. I can't stop cracking jokes, and every time I crack a joke, Aaron is laughing hysterically. Shut the fuck up, dude! Ah! Yeah, you know, like.
Yes, my revenge. Yes.
Like, I almost had her popping stitches and shit. Like, you know, like, dude, fuck a C-section, man. Have that fucking kid. If you can do it, have that kid naturally. That's some serious shit. That's getting disemboweled. That's getting things pulled out, put back in, and stapled fucking shut, dude. You know, and you're off your. What? Oh yeah. He was 8 pounds 12.
Same
He was
thing happened
almost
to
a
me,
9-pounder,
man.
basically.
My mom had to get a C-section too because I was a big fat fucker.
Like, he was a pound heavier than Gage. A pound, like a full pound heavier than Gage.
And that's why I'm the only child. My
Yeah,
mom was like,
no more.
fuck no more kids.
Never
damn it.
again.
Yeah. It was unreal, though. So I guess it's our show now. It's our time to shine, Joe. I saw this fucking thing, right? It's a story out of New Orleans. Okay. And in New Orleans, apparently there was a guy, and I mean it was a very like leftist story against the right. You know what I mean? Who I read it from, but there was a guy in New Orleans who was a 60-year-old, 63-year-old man who went into an airport with with some bombs and a machete.
Yep.
And like poison spray. He had, I think, like hydrogen and nitrogen tanks in his car.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
And we had hydrogen and nitrogen tanks in his car in the parking lot.
Yep.
And he himself had like a fucking poison spray bottle and a machete.
Yeah.
And he sprayed a TSA worker with the fucking poison, sprayed 2 of them with the poison in the face, and then chased the fucking third with a machete.
Can you imagine?
And they took him
Fucking
down.
airport.
But the people who wrote this article about this were like, you won't hear about this because he was a white guy. And 3 hours after the crime was committed, a statement was released that he must be mentally ill.
Right.
Yeah.
And not a
And
terrorist.
if
Yeah,
this was a
if he's
Muslim,
white, oh,
if
he
this
must
was
be
a
fucking
Muslim,
crazy.
if this was a Muslim, they'd take 10 hours to tell you he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
then lock down every
So,
airport in
and
the
that was
country.
basically the story, but like the fact that that's for, and then the guy also brought up, I mean, think of all the European bombings and things that have been happening over there. They're all Christians.
Right.
If
You know what I
Erin-
mean?
if
Like-
Erin
Ryan,
is still
could you do me a favor?
watching,
Could
Yeah.
could
you
she
text
tell
Erin?
us?
Aaron,
What
could
she's
you let us
hearing?
know what it sounds like?
I can
Does
call
it
her,
really
shit,
sound-
fuck it.
Yeah, I just need to know if it sounds okay to her because I'm getting texts. One text said it sounded like there's 100 people in the room. There's a lot of static. So I don't know if that's us or somebody else because what Gags is getting is clear.
So I just want to make sure that everything is cool, and because it might be somebody else's feed, it could be their internet or their YouTube.
Damn it, YouTube, stop fucking up.
So I'm trying to.
Can you turn it up on Sarah's computer? Or plug headphones?
Yeah, I guess you could. Sarah, could you turn it up? Everybody, just be quiet for a second.
It's on a stick.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Sounds fine. Listen, whoever's out there who's listening,
I'm on it.
everybody else, everybody's saying that it sounds good, so it might be.
Aaron, yeah,
check your connections, check your speakers, check your internet connections, because it might be on your end, because everybody else is telling us it sounds okay. Thank you, Aaron.
It's you, not us.
It's you, not us.
Plug in another.
By the way, that's the best thing to say in a breakup. It's you, not me.
Oh, wait, hold
not
on.
Us. I mean, not me.
Here you go. You're on speakerphone. Repeat that.
I said everything sounds fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
All right.
All right, later.
Cool. Okay, so
All right, we fixed it.
whoever's out there,
Thanks,
hang out.
So there you go.
Thanks to
You've got the Edgar. You've got the Edgar stamp of approval. It's running at 1080p in Eatontown. So, bitch, fuck off.
So, Sarah got me into this website, and there's all this there's.
I don't think I want to know what this website's about.
Kids in cages.
Somebody said it's all one long noise. I don't know who that is, but yo, we're getting word
That's
from
just
other
how it
people.
always
Maybe,
sounds.
maybe
Yeah.
the long noise is in his head.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be like
It's Ryan's
ferrets
story.
in cages.
Yeah.
with kids.
He's like la la la.
You should write a paper about that. Ferrets in cages with kids.
So
That's
she
a good
found
one.
this website called isitnormal.com.
Okay.
Which
It's
is-
so addictive.
It's addictive. Now, so people go
Is
through
it
weird
normal?
things. Is that normal that this is addictive?
They go there
I don't
for
know.
things
No,
that are
no,
going
no.
on
I
with
mean,
them
like, that's
to
the
ask
name of
other
it?
people if it's normal.
Right,
And then
people-
other
yeah.
people vote on whether or not it's
People
normal.
vote how normal
and then
it
they
is,
can
right.
leave comments about it.
That's
Oh,
like
that's
brilliant and insulting
Right.
all at the same
Oh,
time.
Okay,
it's
so
so creepy.
the first
Oh,
one-
it's gotta be creepy.
Like 85% of that website is just creeper city.
Sarah, I know you wanted me to start
I
with
feel
one.
like Stones
Is it?
frequents the website.
Oh, well, this
That's
is here.
the kind
Well,
of
funny you
website.
should mention that.
Oh.
Funny you should mention that because you sent me a topic that reminds me of Stones. It's called "Am I Normal to Fantasize About Sniffing Men's Assholes and Foreskins?"
Everybody needs Stones too.
Now hold on. This is what the guy said.
Wait,
Yeah, you're
32%
normal.
normal.
I love. This is what the guy
Wait,
wrote.
32% normal, right?
32% normal. This
Fucking
is
mind-blowing.
mind blowing. That's 32% normal. And here's what he wrote. I love to masturbate whilst imagining I'm rimming another guy or playing with his foreskin and sniffing it.
Right.
My biggest fantasy is that. My biggest fantasy
Your fantasy?
Say it
is
like
to
you
have
mean
a
it, Rick.
gangbang with sexy, slim Asian men who wipe their shit on me and wank their foreskins in my face.
Well, what about big fat Asians?
I would also like to drink spunk from uncut Asian cock. Am I normal? Does anyone else have the same fetish?
Well, you're homosexual. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're homosexual. You're also fucking super creepy, dude.
Definitely
Like,
homosexual. Let's
like,
start
I mean,
with
like,
that.
you know.
Dude, just keep in mind, this was rated 32% normal.
32%.
Like, I know gay dudes who'd be like, yo, I'm
Oh,
gonna
sure.
punch you in the face.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, of course.
I have mace in my fucking back pocket. Like,
There's
Can
a
you
lot.
go in my back pocket and get it out?
maybe.
There's
maybe.
a lot
maybe.
happening in there.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in there.
That's
First
crazy,
off, just
dude.
the idea
That's-
of wanting to just
oh,
wiggle
that's-
some foreskins.
Well,
and
no, you know what?
Sniff the
First
foreskin
off,
hole,
the idea,
which is dirty.
But
It's
it's
dirty.
See, the
Oh,
thing that
it's
I have, the
sick.
big problem that I have about it is that was like some private moment where he thought that the
was
most
like,
perfect
yeah.
thing he could do with his life is go on the internet.
Not
and
everybody
write-
knows
and you know,
about
I mean,
it.
this isn't a first draft. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
this
this
was
has happened
this was
before.
reprised and reviewed.
Yeah,
A lot
Like,
of the
this
is
guy
it
took
normal
very
seems
care-
like it's
took very
something
much
that's
care
really bugging the
into
person.
putting
That's
those
what I think,
words.
too.
That's really what it like. Most of these are like you can tell that it's something that really bothers the person. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, am I a freak show?
Maybe
Right.
they
Yeah.
And then they go
they
on there
haven't
like,
fulfilled
yes,
it
you're
yet.
definitely
But
a
you know
freak
what?
show.
You know what? It could be a con. Maybe some assholes just saying the most random shit just to get these people.
I'll tell
to
you what, that is
spit
a
out all
pretty
that shit.
specific con,
That is.
though. Like he
Yeah.
wants to make sure it's uncut Asian cock, so you'd be
Wow.
good.
No, but you know what I like about the story is that it says 32% were with him.
Yeah.
That means 68 was not.
I'm
That means
with
68
the
was
60.
not.
I'm not into it, but you know, You can't hate on the way somebody wants to get down.
No,
right?
yes, I can. I have the
Hey,
right.
this
I
is
reserve the right. There are dudes out there who are like, sometimes I just want to cradle a 12-year-old boy's balls while I punch him in the face. Like, yeah, I can hate on that. I'm allowed to hate
I'm
that.
talking about normal. Like
Okay,
this guy,
well, this
who
guy
is
just wants to
32%
jizz on a dude
normal.
and do that shit. That's fine, and that's totally cool, and I really don't care about it. But the simple fact that, like, he needs to ask the internet if that's normal. Like, dude, what? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, well, what's your definition of normal? Are you gay? If you're gay, that might be normal. If you're also creepy, I don't know, you know, like...
What'd you say?
Guy will bite by
Sometimes you just have to
like, I
walk
would
on
say
the
shit
internet.
like that
It's
about,
just a bunch of
oh, you know what I'd like to
perfect
do is
strangers.
fucking
It's
choke her
normal.
while I'm fucking
Yeah.
shoving my thumb up her ass and then
So,
fucking
alright,
punch
hold
her
on.
in the nose.
Here's
Like,
the next one.
like, his description was pretty ill.
My boyfriend wants me to suck off his dog.
Oh, gee.
My boyfriend wants me
Is
to.
So is this
How
what we're
normal
doing
is
tonight?
this?
How normal is this?
Yes.
32%
So that's
normal.
as normal.
It's as normal
normal.
as
I feel
wanting
like
to
it's
snip
the same
Agent
We are the
60%
68.
of ratios.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
We
Just
are the
gonna be like, oh,
68.
that's totes norm.
Totes norm. You know, it's all good.
Is there any
Description?
issue, a topic where it's like almost like 1%?
There are
The
some.
write-up is really
There are
good,
some.
though.
The writer. My boyfriend wants me to have sex with his dog. I am shocked, but he says
No,
I only
you
have
see,
to suck the dog's cock.
You only have to suck the dog's
That's
cock,
it.
right? Relax.
Oh, well, that's
Just
it.
start
Get in there.
completely.
It's not even big. You just, it's a real quick, like, it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
One of the people.
It's not the
one of
size
the
that
people
counts.
fucking left advice said, if you're into it and the dog doesn't run away,
Why not? You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
Lord.
consensual,
Yes.
right?
yeah.
If you give a dog an or, you know,
then
I don't want to
everyone
get
else
too
is like,
into this.
report
I don't want to
it.
get too into this.
Yes,
Not-
you do. That's why you got
No,
into it.
no, you're wrong. I do want to, but I want to be careful where I
let's
take it because, oh
not.
yeah, dude, we covered this topic.
Oh, did they really?
And I was about to ask a question that sounded very much like that, but it is a good question, which is, I forgot the fucking question.
You.
Oh yeah. So, is it abuse
Is
to the
dog
dog?
fucking wrong?
Is it
yeah,
abuse to the
probably.
dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
dog comes,
Clearly, no humans
Doesn't
want
the
to
dog
fuck
like
them,
it?
so why let
Well,
the dog
the dog's gonna come because he has no options. Like,
The
oh,
dog
no,
is gonna
I'm
come
has no
because he's
options.
being penetrated by
He's
a
like,
massive
fucking-
fucking cock.
He's not
and
being
it hits its
penetrated.
erogenous. It
He's
hits
being
its
blown.
erogenous zone.
So he's being blown. What's gonna happen? He's gonna fucking come. So he's like, whatever.
why is he turned on?
Oh, we're talking about
'Cause he's a
blowjobs
dog.
and
I
How
don't
does
know.
the dog blow jobs?
dog jobs.
Yeah, it's still fucked up. Sorry.
But is it abuse to the dog?
I think it's it's if you're gonna
I
call
would say abuse.
if you're gonna call it abuse to a kid, then it's got to be called abuse to a dog.
Yeah.
That's the same
Hold on.
shit. You take care.
You're
of
taking a
you
fully
take
grown
care-
adult dog.
You take care of them. You train
Look,
them. You
a
teach them
9-year-old
things.
German
Train
Shepherd.
them.
No, I'm not
I train him,
kids.
he's
Well,
my
yeah, no,
bitch.
fuck it, yeah, kids. I train my son. I teach him things. I teach him how to do good things in school. I teach him how not to be an asshole.
where he can run.
I teach him. No, not quite the same, but you know what? For different species, there are different rules, I guess. you know?
I got it.
But you get what I'm saying. You're just being
Yeah,
a prick
so
about
one
it.
species rules shouldn't necessarily cross over to a dog's asshole.
Right. Well, we're not talking
So
about his
wait,
asshole.
no,
we're
but
talking
you're
about
saying
his fucking
you're-
rocket
Or
ship
his
dick.
dick.
His rocket
See,
dick.
now you're reaching.
heard
See,
one.
now she's reaching.
I'm not reaching.
Shit, I didn't leave that fucking
It says
comment.
clearly my boyfriend wants me to suck his dog. Suck,
Oh.
not fuck. There are 21 comments for this.
Dude, are you serious? Are
So-
you, are
Everyone's
you
giving
serious?
advice.
One
I
person
love
wrote.
that everyone gave some advice.
You
Yeah,
guys
it was
sat here in
helpful.
front of me and talked about circumcisions and made it sound like a rabbi putting his mouth on a child's
It is
circumcision
fucked up.
is the
It is
creepiest
fucked
thing.
up.
But
It
now
should
you're
go to
defending
jail.
dudes sucking off
I'm
dogs.
not.
This
Fuck
was not
that guy.
defense. It was just a
No.
question.
I'm not defending. I
Is it abuse?
disagree with his fucking
Wait, you
stupid
disagree?
ideas
What do you
about
disagree with from
fucking.
me? What did I say?
It's not right. It's not okay. It is abusive because even just because the dog doesn't know exactly what the fuck a human being's association
All right, hold on.
between
So
what it's doing
let me
and
just straighten this out for a
Thank
second.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna straighten
Thank
this
you.
out. So
But I
technically,
disagree
the abuse.
that it's like fucking a kid. It's not, okay?
The
A dog's
abuse-
not
Well,
gonna
no,
be
I'm not
haunted
saying.
by
I
the
didn't say.
memories.
I didn't
It's
say it was
it's
like
not like
fucking a kid.
It's
I
like fucking
said.
a dead body.
I said.
You're not technically hurting anybody, but the abuse is actually bad for you to do. Because the more you fuck a dead body, the more you're gonna want to fuck a dead
What?
body. You know
Really?
what I'm saying?
Maybe the less you'll.
Oh, this
like
is
it.
going
But
off.
the
Well-
dead body gets no pleasure out of it, though. A dog gets pleasure out of it.
I
Dogs
wasn't
get pleasure out
comparing
of it.
dogs to kids. I was saying if you're going to, if you're
Well,
going
you said
to,
if it's
No,
abuse for
because
kids,
if you're
abuse
going
for
to call it
dogs.
on kids, because it's something you take care of. That's why I said that.
Okay.
That's my comparison.
All right.
It's a thing that relies on you for shelter, for food,
But an
for
adult
care.
dog.
You are supposed to be responsible for that being's well-being, and you are clearly in violation
And
of that, and you're taking
It
advantage
sounds
of the
like
fact
you're saying
it's
that
taking-
giving it an orgasm is one of the worst things you can do.
You're
to
taking
it.
advantage of the fact that it relies on you. It trusts you, and you're taking advantage of it.
Sometimes Fido's got to
You did no. He did not consent to it, so it's not a sexual act.
If
It's
you got
rape.
a boner, it's sort of consensual.
No, it's not. You can do that to a dog without telling it what's
so the
going
woman
on.
is raping the dog with her mouth. Just throwing it out there.
That was
Figure
my
it out.
comparison. I was not.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
that's what I was trying.
Word,
It's a thing that
word.
you have to care for.
Moving on.
It's a fucking being under your watch and umbrella and careful eye and control.
And
And
now-
you
Under
take
your wife?
advantage of it. Yes.
Under
Or
your wife.
girlfriend.
And
I
now-
want one
While
that's
she's
been that
sucking
people
the dog's
say are
dick
normal.
for you.
Okay.
And you're happily sitting there
This is
squirting.
67% normal.
You're
Oh, jeez.
fucking question.
The title is My Daughter Walks Naked Around the House. My daughter is now 15 and she tends to walk around the house naked or in just her underwear. My husband and I get on her about it all the time, but she doesn't seem
I think
to
the
care.
first one sounded better.
I don't know if she will grow. I don't know if she will grow out of this or it will get worse.
And of course, fucking idiots on the internet like that's
How
awesome,
could it get
dude.
worse? Like she takes her skin off next?
I
Like,
just what's
pretty
like.
much is fucking down to the fucking bone you
But-
can get.
but
She
what-
sounds like a teenager just doing her fucking.
That's what I said, like,
rebelling
what's
and doing her
worse,
fucking
like-
thing. Well, no, it's a tough.
It's
I
not
can
like she's
ima- I
blowing
can
a dog.
But yeah, I can imagine
Might
that
be
being
the
a
same
tough
chick.
spot for
Might be the
parents,
same chick,
though.
yeah.
It's like you don't want to make too big of a deal out of it because they'll rebel more, but at the same time, it's
Before
like,
you know
dude,
it,
you're
you're
walking
more
around the
naked.
fucking
You're
house in your
naked.
underwear. Yeah,
Yeah.
put some
Put
fucking
something
clothes
on.
on, little
Walk
girl.
around
You know?
naked
She's
in
sitting.
front of
She's
your
sitting in the
parents.
breakfast
If you had a
nook,
daughter, you-
shaving her pubes in
Yeah.
front of mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't like me being naked? You like this?
Yeah.
You like this? Let me take a selfie. Get behind me.
Oh, yeah, there's
So one
always that.
person commented, Volopoc wrote, warn her about the danger of sagging boobs.
What is happening?
Shit.
It was the street sweeper.
Street sweeper. It sounded like the world was ending.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
pretty sure it was over and it was going to start here. So,
That's probably
Well, if
gonna
it's ever
happen.
over,
Is that
I'm
normal?
sure it'll
That-
start here.
so this is 67% normal to walk around naked. Now, I'll tell you what, though, when I was 15, I'm not walking around naked in front of my parents the rest of my
Hell
family.
no.
Like, that's
Um,
not-
I used to
It's
go
just
out
not
in front of
wrong.
my house and get the mail in my boxers when I was a
But that's
teenager.
still not nude. Like, your penis
It's
and balls aren't showing.
underwear.
I mean, dude, like, at my age, I'll walk out there in my underwear. I don't care. But naked is something different,
Yeah,
especially at
absolutely.
15.
Yeah.
At
That's making a
15,
statement.
yeah, because at 15, not only are you
Well,
rebellious,
she
but
took
you're
it to,
sexually
she
curious.
turned it up to 11. You know?
She
turned it up to
turned
11.
it up
Yeah.
to 11.
All you motherfuckers used to walk around wearing your boxer shorts and your briefs
I
and
still do.
whatnot. Yeah,
Still
you
do.
know?
Oh, that's
She
normal.
turned it up to 11.
It's 67% normal, whoa. Okay, let's see.
That's a bad
The
parenting
emo
right
nation
there.
has spoken.
So, here
I
we
walk
go.
around in my underwear and naked all the time.
The title of this one is
People just don't get me.
John Lackey's got a preview.
Sorry.
He said, it says, the title is Sometimes I Don't Actually Want Starving African Children to Survive.
Oh.
I know it's not normal, but I want to hear your thoughts on this. There's a large part of Africa that's considered third world. What makes their poverty is that they have high infant mortality rates, no electricity or running water, and maybe it's better that way. Oh my God. Consider for one, the technological decadence that marks first world countries. We produce massive amounts of pollution in our cities with our cars and our factories. We consume huge amounts of electricity, and the fossil fuels used to create said electricity are in dwindling amounts. Now, this guy goes on, imagine if all of today's third world nations had access to all the resources we have. There would be more strain on our resources than there already is, and much more pollution. Consider the birth rate. Because of the new availability of medical treatment,
time
more
out,
African
time out,
children.
time out,
Hold on,
time
let me
out.
finish the sentence.
All right.
More African children survive, but mothers have children at the same frequency as before, so they have to spread supplies more thinly. This does not solve anything. It's 2 lines left. And if a lot of African mothers got care for their children suddenly, population would skyrocket.
Suddenly?
We can barely support our population as is, let alone the additional billion. It may not be the politically correct way of thinking, or the traditionally moral way of thinking, but if
But
third
my
world... But by God, if third world countries,
it's the Nazi way of thinking.
Yeah, right.
So shut the fuck up!
if third world countries had everything we do, would it really be the best decision for all of
Would we
us?
really be a first world country anymore?
Would I have to give
you.
up one of my 6
Fuck
iPads?
you.
Maybe.
First off, the first thing,
I didn't tell you how normal it was.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I
I
tell you
feel
normal it
like
was.
it's gonna be like
What?
80 something.
It's 63% normal.
That's less than I
Oh,
thought.
of course
Less
it
than I
is.
thought.
Of course it
There's
is.
some
Of course
sick
it is.
fuckers that
Could
just
you grab me a beer?
But I mean, seriously, like, fucking.
Anything's fine.
The first fucking point he makes is ridiculous.
Well-
You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, if they had all the other. Yeah, hey, jackass, have you been paying attention to that shit that we've been talking about? You know, like wind energy and solar energy and all that? You know, like all those fucking farms that we're building that are already generating dollars for the construction of themselves and paying back into the infrastructure with which they're a part of.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, you haven't checked out the fucking the fucking wind farms up in Norway out in the middle of the
Not
fucking
only
ocean.
that, but let's just
Like,
hold on for
dude,
a second
no,
here.
but that's bullshit though. That whole fucking that
No,
he
you're not
he
wrong.
said that on purpose. He said that on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh well, we need to drill and we need to get all that shit because
He's worried
it's,
about
it's
his own
running
resources.
out. It's running out, and we need to control the rest of it.
Yeah.
We need to have all the last
Right,
gallons
right.
of gas on the fucking planet because we can't survive without it. No, we can. We've already proven it. You fucking retard.
Here's another enormous failure on his
fucking
part.
stupid dinosaur. Like these
The
fucking
other
people.
enormous failure is that what he's not understanding is the birth to death rate in the United States is pretty even, and the reason for that is sex education. So what he's failing to understand is that if you gave resources to another country and they were able to educate their population, the birth rate wouldn't happen like that. It wouldn't be like a billion more babies are surviving. There'd be less babies born because people would know about safe sex and things like that. So in countries that are developed like the United States or England and shit like that, we don't have that birth to death rate going out of control.
No,
and it's not because we're white,
A
and
lot
it's
of
not
that
because
shit
we've
is
got
bullshit,
technology.
too. Well,
It's
that-
because of education.
Well, that's what pisses me off about a lot of shit too. It's like, you know, people just say that like it's like, oh, everybody gets everything. Like, dude, have you seen
Yeah,
the
yeah.
welfare process? I've been through it.
It sucks.
No, it's fucking nonsense. Like, you have to jump through a million fucking hoops to get Medicaid and medical
Yeah.
coverage. You have to jump through a million hoops. Like, I never took $1 from the government in my life. I got food stamps when my kid was born so that we could get vegetables. It's not like it's just like a fucking. It's not like you just get a fucking credit card and you can just go to the grocery store and get whatever the fuck you want. Like, no, you can get milk, you can get eggs, you can get vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, and then you can get certain pre-approved.
Yeah.
And that's what used to fuck me up about the whole thing. I'm like, wait a minute. So wait, you're like mad at me because I can't spend this, but I'm allowed to get Kraft mac and cheese. Oh wait, so I'm allowed to get like this. I'm allowed to get this, and but I can't get that. You know what I mean? Like I can't buy a block of cheese. I can't buy like no. You can only get the yellow American cheese that comes in the $3 package, and that's it, and that's all we can
Yeah,
get.
but the
You
point
can't
is
get
that
like you know what I mean?
the
No,
point is
but
that he's the post in and of itself is extraordinarily selfish. It's
And not
we
for nothing-
we need to be okay. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I hate that fuck them mentality. And so many people carry it now in so many different ways. Everybody has this fuck them
Yeah.
And like, you know, I'm guilty of it. I say fuck the world all the time, but I don't mean it. Like I do things
yeah, but
for
that's why we
people, you
shouldn't
know?
say it. If you don't
No,
mean it,
no,
you
it's true. I shouldn't say it. Shouldn't say it.
Shouldn't
But
fucking say it.
sometimes
It's a
when
bad
people leave a
example.
cart in the fucking handicap spot, I want to fucking run them over.
No, you know what you should do?
fucking
You should-
idiots.
You should stop your car knowing that you yourself are not handicapped and go move the car and
Well,
get
you
on
wanna
with
know
your
what
life.
I did?
Yeah,
I hit the
exactly.
car and it wheeled into her car.
Well, you're
while she
handicapped.
watched, so
Well, you're
fuck that.
handicated, so that's funny. You know,
Yeah. Now
like,
it's
that's cool.
Fucking
Like,
justified.
you're handicapped, so that's funny and justified. I'm down with
That's
that.
fucking
Him
asshole.
though, he can get out the goddamn car and move the cart, and it's okay.
Not
You
if they
know?
roll it in
Life will
front of
go
me
on.
looking at me like this, like, get out of this car and I'm all
Bitch,
fuck them up. Right, exactly.
Oh no! But if you see them, if they're standing at their car, fuck yeah, get in their face, dude. I do that
Yeah,
shit all the
right,
time.
right.
Fuck yeah, I talk to
What
people
fucking
constantly.
happened? Dude, I was
Tell the story. This is a great story.
My car was going into the handicap spot, and the handicap spot directly across from the one I was going into had a big truck in it, and the guy was getting in his car, and he had his fucking cart, and I'm still pulling into the spot, and I'm going slow because he's unloading the cart and like sort of in the general vicinity, and he fucking does that thing that drives me nuts, where people think it's okay to put the cart right next to the handicap sign, wedged between the two cars, because the wind can't get it there, apparently. And as he's doing it, he's staring at me. And I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking idiot? Take your fucking car away from my god. Dude, I was so mad. And he was just, like, dead on eye contact.
What a fucking
He's gonna fucking do it. So
And he needed the spot too, right? He was handicapped too.
Yes!
Yeah.
So I pulled my fucking car and I hit the cart, it bounced into his fucking hood, and he looked at me, and I looked back like,
What are you gonna do?
dude,
You should have went like this.
I
You should have
fucking told you this was gonna fucking happen, you idiot.
Bravo.
I told you in my mind.
Clinky to that little move
Us
right there.
Crips can conversate telepathically. And I told you with my mind. You knew that I was going to trash your car.
I just love that the guy looked up
I
at like.
sacrificed my car for the sake of fucking up his.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I was telling Damien the story. I was like, yeah, the guy sat there all mouth gaped and bitch-like.
I like that you weren't there, but you imagined it so perfectly.
I imagine it because you gave me the play-by-play
Yeah, I
so
felt like
well.
we were all there as you retold it.
You're all in the trunk.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It was.
I have questions.
I'm gonna move on to the next. Is it normal? You guys ready for this? This is a good one. I like this one.
Oh wait, this is what we're doing tonight? That's it?
Well, no. I'm gonna bounce back to some news and stuff, but these are. Some of these are too good to
Is this gay? Is this gay? Is this creepy? Is
This
this
is totally different. This is totally different.
This is how sick motherfuckers are out there in the world.
This one is titled "My Girlfriend."
We're studying.
We're doing our research.
We're doing our woo search.
Not my research. No, research. Research.
I heard this is 63% normal.
We're doing our research.
So it's gonna be extra creepy.
I heard that my girlfriend was going to break up with me. I was going to do something to
You
teach
should
her
probably
a lesson.
fuck another chick then.
She loves marshmallows. And before she told
I
me
love
she
the
was
look on his face when you said that. When you said that, his whole face just sucked inwards. He's
Like
who loves marshmallows?
right, yeah. Oh, what's
like,
your favorite food, Mark?
honey, while you're out, could you grab me a bag of mallows?
He might be some
fuck you,
coagulated sugar
motherfuckers. Marshmallows
cube.
is good, man.
Only if you get me the Lucky Charms, just
No,
marshmallows
I mean,
only.
like, I fuck with a marshmallow.
Those are the only ones
if
I
it's,
Fuck with a marshmallow.
if it's roasted on a stick or if it's a part of another dish, but nah, man.
Or if
I'm
it's
not,
in a
I'm not
s'more.
gonna ever
Yeah,
open a
s'more.
bag of marshmallows and be like, oh my god.
Some Nazi decided to put him on sweet potatoes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's all about.
Dicks.
Because
I've done that
gross.
I just never
it's like
thought.
diabetes in a bag.
I've
dude.
never gotten wasted and walked into a convenience store and gone, man, fuck, where's the marshmallows, bro?
Neither did I, but
Like,
one
this is
day
not
I
what
was
I'm
like,
looking
hey, let me
for.
buy
Now
a
wait a minute though.
bag of
Fluff
marshmallows.
is a completely different story.
Well, fluff is a different
Fluff
story.
is a different
Fluff is a different
story.
story. And any
I
sort of
fucks with fluff.
any sort of thing that squirts out of a can, like the Ready Whip. Oh God, that's
Oh,
good.
what about
Lazy
fucking
bastards.
Easy Cheese?
Oh!
Easy Cheese is the best thing. Sharp cheddar Easy Cheese is the greatest fucking thing that ever happened.
You don't have to put anything. You just put it right on your finger.
No, no, you
Lick
fuck
shit
that.
right
I
off.
just shove it up my nose and just go. Like, oh,
Well,
dude.
get your toss bumped in. What's up? What do you say?
I see. He said Easy Cheese.
Oh, you started jumping in, so I thought you had something for us.
Yeah, Easy Cheese.
So good. So
We
good.
need some Easy Cheese.
Good at anything,
It's too
dude.
easy, man. It's too easy.
Oh, it's just so
Technology's
good.
gone too
Sort of.
far.
Okay, if you add,
If you have a canister of Easy Cheese in your house, I'm gonna eat from it.
if you
Like, I
could
go out, you're
put
not
Easy
looking, I'm gonna
Cheese-
pick up your Easy Cheese and be like,
If you could put Easy Cheese on any kind of cupcake,
I'm gonna steal your
That's
Easy
why
Cheese.
Easy Cheese.
I'm gonna steal your Easy Cheese, bitch.
what
That's
is
right.
the appropriate
I'ma do that.
cupcake to put Easy Cheese on? Vanilla,
Dude,
chocolate,
Ritz crackers. Ritz crackers
Hold
are
on,
the
I'm
best
breaking
thing.
it down to a cupcake. What kind of cupcake?
Cupcake?
What kind of cupcake is
Why would you do
permissible?
that?
Because he always puts really gross food together with
Yes.
other gross fucking
Bacon
foods.
sprinkles.
gross.
That's right. A
Gross.
meat cupcake with bacon
That's what I'm
sprinkles.
thinking, like chili or something. Some
No,
kind
no,
of
no,
like
no.
That's
Wait, wait,
completely
wait.
unnecessary.
A chili
We'll just put
cupcake.
the
Yeah.
bacon on top instead of sprinkles.
You know, all you need is a
Oh, yeah.
motherfucking spoon.
But, you know, but it's gonna have that easy
Put that
cheese
spoon
icing.
out and squeeze
Well, that's
that
what I'm talking about.
cheese.
Easy cheese is like an icing. So what do you ice with it?
It's not like an icing.
Easy cheese isn't an icing, it's a
That's like
fucking
saying
entree.
shampoo is like an
Alright?
icing.
Yeah.
I'll eat a whole can of
Like
that
a Tony's
motherfucking
pizza
shit right
roll
now.
out of the center.
There you go.
A Twinkie wiener sandwich.
Excellent.
So anyway, she was going to break up with me. I offered her some marshmallows. I had left 12. I had 12 left in a
Can
bag.
you put a bunch of thumbtacks in them?
That'd be great. Well, she wouldn't have eaten
He's
all 12.
counting
They
the
were.
marshmallows. I can
Well,
already
it
tell
depends
him
on
I hate
how
this.
stupid she is.
I had let. Yeah, it's funny how he knows it's 12, but there's a reason
Yeah.
he knows it's 12.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
had
there is.
12 left in the bag.
'Cause he's
She
weird.
ate all 12 of them. 1/2 hour later, she told me she was going to break up with me. Then I told her that all 12 marshmallows she ate were rubbed between my ass cheeks before she ate them. She ran out of the house screaming, "This taught her a lesson."
But,
Bravo!
That she was right for breaking up with you.
Yeah, like all they did was prove the reasons why she might
Yeah,
be
right?
with
he didn't say
I'm
whether-
sorry. The only appropriate response to that situation is, yeah, well, I fucked your best friend. That's it. If you don't have that, shut up. Don't
But
say anything.
he never said if he actually did it. He just said that he told her
He
that.
just said he said he did. That's right. Maybe
So you
he
don't even
didn't
know if
really
he did
do
it.
it.
He
That's
probably
true.
did,
She
and that
would've
makes
known.
it even sadder because it's just his
Right.
internet attempt at saving face after this bitch
She, I
broke
mean,
his
she,
heart.
but you don't never know. I mean, another 45 minutes later, some botulism
Sure.
could have kicked in.
But
and
after
she
the
was-
10th ass marshmallow, would you still keep eating them?
An
You'd fucking
ass swallow.
real-
Don't you think it
You'd
smells
fucking
after a
realize,
while?
right? You'd fucking realize. Or
You
then
know.
what's the point if she didn't even get like you know?
Also, I.
You know, she didn't catch Ebola. What's the point?
Right, exactly. We're trying to poison her. I mean,
I feel like if you were to sort of
Asshole.
swipe, like if you sort of credit card swipe a mallow between your cheeks, it's not gonna look like a mallow. It's gonna have stretchy ends. It's gonna have, shitty flecks.
Sure.
You,
Oh.
you pick it up when I'm laying down, like,
No, I'm not.
yeah, but I'm right though. I mean,
I
you
don't know.
You got an ass hair woven in there. It's because it
I'm
melts
in
from
a pretty
the
place
butt
now where the
cheek.
flowers grow. I'll be back in an hour or so.
Just go back. You go to your happy place because
Yes.
I'm not done yet. You drag
I'm
it to
with
the
the
cheeks.
Slide.
It's 98.6 degrees in there.
Oh,
I got my
Yeah, so
power
now
animal.
Now you got a
Candyland
hot.
down there.
What's that?
It's like Candyland down there.
Well, now it is, sure.
except
What
no
the
one
fuck
wins.
are we talking about anymore?
why are we still talking?
65% normal though.
65% normal. Okay, let's see.
Did you hear what we were talking about while you guys were fussing over the shit?
What are we talking about?
We were talking. I brought up the guy from New Orleans,
What guy?
62-year-old man from New Orleans, all right? And I was talking about a story that I heard Reddit because it was a very left story, and they brought up a good point. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like, if you look for this story on the news, it wouldn't be reported the way I'm going to present it.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm saying. But this guy, 63, white dude, goes into a fucking airport down in New Orleans,
Okay.
and he's armed with a fucking spray can of poison,
Cheese?
like.
Yeah.
No,
oh,
yeah, I
that'd be
wish.
dope.
I wish.
Yeah,
but
right.
no, he's like poison spray. Like, it'll blind you, burn your eyes if you inhale it. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like it's a chemical compound. He's just spraying it in fucking TSA agent's face, and he like downed 2 of them with it, and then he takes out a machete and chases a 3rd agent through the fucking airport.
Okay.
Then they go out and they arrest the guy. They go out into his fucking car, and there's like a tank of hydrogen and a tank of nitrogen
Okay.
in his fucking car, and
Right.
combined they kaboom, you
Right,
know,
right,
like
okay.
so like
So what's the question?
so the point is this guy went into and he's a white dude. Did you hear about this story
No.
this week?
No.
Well, he's a white dude and he is Jehovah's Witness devout, and they say, well, he's got mental problems. If that guy was a Muslim or anybody else,
That's a
he'd
damn
be a
terrorist.
terrorist.
They were terrorists. Yeah.
He'd be a terrorist,
Yeah, yeah,
and we would
sure.
not stop hearing about
Well,
it.
yeah, except the difference is, did he claim that he did it because of his religion? Because if he did, then people might go, oh, well, this religion's a little more fucked
No,
up than
yeah,
we
true.
thought."
That's an interesting point.
And that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. That's
That's a
why
good
I'm
point.
bringing it up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there are, of course, probably a lot of like ins, outs, and what have yous about this issue. You know what I mean?
But
And-
the gut reaction is.
But
if
the
it's
gut
someone
reaction,
else
like
not
that's what
white,
I'm
then
saying
they're
though. But
right.
that's what I'm saying though. How come everybody's making all these big deals about all this shit? And everybody, you know what I mean? Like you would think that something like that would be reported. You know?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You'd
Well-
think that all of our major news outlets would be like, hey, did you know that a guy fucking planted a hydrogen bomb,
Yeah.
a hydrogen car bomb in a
What-
parking
what
lot,
color of his
and
skin?
went
Oh, he's
into
white.
and
Oh,
went
okay,
into
sure.
a fucking airport in New Orleans with a machete and a fucking a bottle of fucking poison face spray. And just took out two TSA agents
you know
and
what,
chased
though?
anotking
That
with a
dude-
fucking machete.
I was on a fucking mission.
And dude,
Yeah,
less,
That's like,
hold on.
I am-
Hold on.
I was spraying
but
him
wait a
and
minute,
no
wait a
fucking
minute, wait a
hope
minute.
for the future.
Yeah,
less,
right.
less
The
than
Tues-
3 hours after the guy's arrest, there was a statement released saying, "Oh well, he's got mental problems." Less than
Why don't
3
you think
hours.
we're saying, like, well, he's sorry?
3 hours after his booking, there was a statement
We already
released.
knew that.
Oh, he's got
Okay,
mental
okay.
We probably
Yeah.
knew that as soon as he
Yeah,
filled
no
the first
shit.
can
But here's
up
what.
with acid.
So wait a minute.
But
So
here's what.
so a white guy can have mental issues, but a Muslim can't.
But here's the thing too.
You know, like
What a fucked up situation.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So go, go.
Okay. Well, here's the other thing too. When you said
It's
if
harder
he had
than you
done it,
think.
if he had done it, well, no, I have something too.
Nah, yeah.
If you said
I
if
have
he
a
had
lot
done
of
it
things.
for his religion,
Yeah.
it'd be viewed differently. Now, I think that you're right. I also
When I
think,
said Muslim, you know I don't respect anybody's religion. I meant brown person.
yeah, no, I know, I know
All
what
right,
you mean.
and
And you're
didn't
right, you're
mean,
right. I know what you mean.
Like I don't give
And
a fuck what you believe. Like
She said that. So even
This
if
guy
it
was a
came out,
Jehovah's
if he did it
Witness.
for his religion, I do feel like excuses would be made. I also think that part of the reason why they're called terrorists and they're not called people with mental problems because anybody who blows himself up. Wait, let me finish.
No,
Anybody who blows himself up for their religion clearly has mental problems. I think the reason they don't do that is because the second they point out one person who's devout to their religion and say they have mental problems, all of a sudden it's going to become okay to start pointing it, in every fucking direction.
Well,
big-
maybe
no, but
we
the
should
big thing-
consider that people that believe in imaginary friends in the sky ruling their lives as an actual mental problem.
Yeah, no.
On
I
a
agree.
widespread scale.
But
we
no,
should
but
maybe
but
think
but
that.
what I like to
Indeed.
think about, and I understand, and that's fine because we're already we're creating our excuses, which
Yeah,
is
right.
what we do because we're a part of a society, whether we like it or not, and I can accept that. I understand. I just want to know what the reality is, and the reality
That's
to
why
this.
you go to isitnormal.com.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
to find out how normal it is.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm
apparently it's
Amongst other
40%.
creepers.
I'll just let you guys.
Hold on
update
a
me.
minute.
I'll
How the
just let
hell
you
is
guys-
it 40% normal? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Continue. What were you saying?
Anyway,
I'm
so
sorry.
what I was
Sorry.
saying was the
See,
big thing was
marshmallows and
that guy, this fucking white Jehovah's Witness didn't go to Guantanamo Bay.
Right. Okay.
He
no,
went to a
exactly.
fucking. He went to Bellevue.
Yes.
He went to a fucking medical facility
Sure.
where
Sure.
he was put into a bed
Right.
and given a fucking coat.
And a hot
they're
meal.
gonna sit
Yeah.
there and they're gonna. He didn't go to Guantanamo Bay
No.
for attacking his country. He didn't
With
fucking
no trial?
and he barely even made the news.
Sure.
All right, I'm sorry. That's
Well, you said
unforgivable.
when
Well,
you
we
started-
already found out that apparently the government doesn't give a shit about Louisiana, so.
Yeah.
Wait, what do
Well,
you
we
mean?
knew that a long time ago.
What do you mean they don't give a shit about this?
Hurricane Katrina.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I thought there was something new. I thought something new happened. I'm sorry. I
No,
didn't
no.
realize it.
This.
yeah, this happens.
Yeah, there's a new one every week. Go stop by New Orleans. You'll see it. It's okay.
It is just.
But that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like, dude, that's the big issue. That's what this website brought up. And yes, they're a left website. They're obviously they have a motive and they have you know what I mean. But
Sure.
it's not because they're left. It's not because it's just this particular article happened to hold truth.
Okay, all right.
You know
well,
what I mean? And
let's
it's
run
like,
with it. Let's
like,
run with
let's
it.
like, you
Let
know,
him go.
if you run with that, it's like the real deal. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you didn't even know about this until I told you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hold on, bump John Lackey in.
and that shit happened. Like, that guy attacked a fucking airport
Yeah.
with a bomb, a fucking machete, and fucking mace. Like, homemade,
Yeah.
like, biochemical fucking mace, you know? Like,
Yeah, like I was telling him before, like if that had been, a brown person, whatever,
Right.
like every airport in the country would have been shut down,
Lockdown.
locked down. Yeah,
Totally.
like everything
Absolutely.
would have been.
That's what I'm
completely
saying.
different.
Absolutely.
But when it's a white person, it's like, well, the
Oh,
worst the
he's-
worst they'll do
don't
is
worry,
someone like a
he
mass
got
shooting.
he got out of his mama's gate. We gonna take him home. He be alright.
Dude, no, but imagine if the TSA, what color would a TSA agent? Were they white or black?
Who
If they were
knows?
black, it would have been a hate
I
crime
don't know. I
of
didn't
some
read that.
sort.
I didn't read
You know,
that.
it could have been like, oh.
Well,
could've-
it all
that
boils
would
down
have hit
to.
the press real quick if it was a hate crime situation.
Here's it all boils down to the way the media puts a spin on it to sell it.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. They're really into selling the news because they got to
Of
sell the
course, yeah.
advertising
Ooh,
space.
yeah, I got
so-
another
They
one
have
for you.
to.
when
And
you're
here's the
done,
other
dude.
thing too,
I
and
know.
this is what I always one thing I saw something on Facebook that was stupid and it pissed me off for a stupid
Really? That's
reason.
never
Yeah,
happened.
Yeah, I know.
That's a first.
That happens to me every 5 minutes.
What I saw-
that I'm
what I
on
saw-
Facebook.
What I saw was that like, and I talk about it on the show all the time, and it's stupid, but it was like an advertisement to like McDonald's Facebook page. And I was like, why does McDonald's need this?
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that they make bullshit.
Fatter? Like here, eat all disgustingly.
But here's,
and all that blah,
but
blah,
here's,
blah,
I'm gonna make
whatever.
some weird connections. So, I said on a show, 2 shows ago, I said, if you don't like something, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to the news, the more people start paying more attention to actual, unbiased, information-filled news, and the less they pay attention to this type of shit, the less of a spin they're going to think they have to put on something to sell it. So, and the other thing is that in this country, saying a brown person is a terrorist is big money. It's just big money. And, like, if you think of it that way, it changes the way, like you receive it. You're like, fuck, man, this is a real dirty, backdoor fucking way of doing this, you know?
Everybody's seen the news recipe, too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, like, all right, well, we're going to tell you about this thing, and then we're going to talk about how McDonald's might be bad for you.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about how this poor man stepped in front of oncoming traffic and was killed. A terrible,
what is McDonald's not
terrible
telling
tragedy.
you?
We need to
We
need to arrest all the cars. Oh, by the way, this segment of the program has been brought to you by McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Brought to you by Wendy's.
that's the
want-
we all know the
Do you want
recipe.
18 cheeseburgers for the price of 3?
Yeah.
And there's just like dripping burgers and shit. And it's like, what am I watching? Like, what the fuck is it? Like, commercials invented food porn,
Oh, yeah.
right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
and
like
assholes
yeah,
on the
yeah,
internet
yeah.
invented that fucking annoying saying.
That
Well, instead
hashtag.
of assholes, it said, I hacked my bathtub. Life hack. Life hack.
How about
Life hack on how to watch more food.
I'm
gonna-
Two
I'm
I'm
monitors
gonna get a bunch of
strong.
McDonald's apple pies and roll around in them.
You know, it's like on Facebook though, it's different, right? Because if you're watching TV, you're just kind of accepting the fact that okay, if I want to watch TV for quote unquote free, I have to watch this. Right?
Right.
This has to be put in front of me.
But
Right.
that's not true. It's not free.
I know,
Actually-
but what I'm saying is like, in order for them to pay for it, to show it to me.
Yeah, but
Right,
you're
right.
dude. I
I
never
know.
thought about this shit until a dude from Germany stayed with us, and he went fucking 7 years ago, and he was watching my TV, and he's like, "What? You don't pay for cable or whatever?" And we're like,
This
"Yes."
is cable.
And he's
yeah.
like, "Then why are all these ads here? You're paying for this. This doesn't make any fucking
Yeah,
sense to
no,
me."
exactly.
And that was the first time I ever thought of
Right.
it. I'm like, "Holy shit, he's right. We
And it
do
used
give
to-
them money.
It
Why
used
are
to
they
not be
showing
like
it?"
that.
Yeah.
It used to not have
Yeah,
commercials, and they
right.
fucking started
Right.
putting them in.
Yeah.
But like, that's my point is that when you're watching TV, we've just kind of accepted that that's how it has to be. But when it's on Facebook, you're saying, I want you to show me ads. Like when you like McDonald's
Yeah,
or you
right.
like fucking
Exactly, right.
Facebook, like I like Facebook. I
You know
like
what,
Facebook.
Yeah, I
though?
don't
Okay.
really
But
get why
sometimes-
people like Facebook.
the
on
only thing
Facebook.
that-
That's so
I only
weird
like
to me.
artists and bands.
Me
That's
too.
pretty
I was
much
gonna
it.
say the
That's
only
all I do.
positive is like, for example, I like a lot of companies that make like microphones and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
So it's like, I'm actually getting to choose what ads I get in a way. I'm not defending the way that they manipulate people, but I am saying that if I go search a company, like I love Rode microphones. I don't own a Rode microphone. I wish I did because they're the best of the best. And I feel like now I get to go on Facebook and say, "Hey Rode, I really like your company, the way you do things, the product you make, any offers you have, I want those offers."
Yeah.
You know, so I get to do that. So I think that's kind of cool, is that you have a little bit more of a choice of what you
Right.
get. You know, because if they send me a deal that says, "Hey, you can buy this, boom mic at 75% off in the next 2 hours," that might be valuable to me because because I like the product. You know, so advertising's changing in that way. I was talking to Tom Pogue a few weeks ago, and I said that there's a sort of revolution happening between corporations and underground artists, where the two are sort of starting to merge, where it's like, okay, if I want to build a website with my music or my comedy or my show, whatever I want, right? And I can do whatever I want. There are all these platforms I can subscribe to now so that my website makes money. So it's like, okay, you're going to come to my website, there's going to be ads, but my art isn't compromised. And because there's ads, I get to make a little bit of money. So there is sort of, I do feel like it's manipulative still, but there is a way to do this
Ads
that can join together in a good way.
You have more freedom and more
Advertisement is
choice.
manipulation by default. I mean, like,
Sure,
obviously,
some of it is. Some
but
of it
if
is. But a
it's-
lot of
if-
lesser known
but
companies,
no, but if
it's
you
getting
get,
fairer
if
than
you, look,
it used to be.
if it's the artist getting behind a good product that they actually
Sure,
care
and
about
that's
and
the
they
other thing.
like,
Right.
then who cares? It's when you're getting bombarded with a bunch of shit you know you're not going to care about.
Yeah.
It's like when YouTube or somebody puts a fucking ad up for a movie you know you're not going to fucking
It's like a
give a shit about.
flashlight commercial.
While
All you
you're
want is a
trying to,
little
yeah,
bullshit.
while you're trying to watch a
No, that's
fucking
more
metal
sexy.
video or some
Yeah.
shit, you know, it's like, dude, really? Like, that's what annoys you about it is because that's when you're bombarded. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, I mean, if it's the bands selling products that they
Yeah.
endorse,
Right.
Sure.
like, I don't have a problem with it. It
No.
should
No.
it's free market. It's free trade. Okay.
And the notion
that's
of
cool.
selling out now, I think, is a lot different. Like when
I
you're
think it's different, too.
when you're 13 years old and Metallica is in a commercial, you're like, oh fuck them. But now,
And they're all wearing Metallica shirts.
Yeah.
but now when you see like smaller bands or whatever, and they get picked up for something, you're like, fucking good for them, man.
Yeah,
like make
exactly,
some
yeah.
money. Like,
Sure.
Did you
like,
hear about
you're not
that?
making money off
Fucking,
anything
speaking
else.
of Metallica, did you hear about what Kirk Hammett did?
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Kirk Hammett went on Twitter and posted Dillinger Escape Plan's Mona Lisa Smile video on and went, the fucking breakdown and build up of this song is the most amazing thing I've ever heard. Kirk Hammett from Metallica
I did read what Lars
fucking
said.
pumped. And Lars pumped them up
Oh,
too
different
years
thing.
ago. Yeah.
Lars said that on Injustice for All, he requested there be no bass. How weird.
Lars is a
Well, no,
Lars is out of his
Every
mind.
time I've
He's a
ever,
fucking
everyone
idiot,
I've ever
But no,
met
Lars
mentions
actually
he's a
Lars
scumbag.
Lars made statements too. Like, they were at an award show. I think it was the Hall of Fame. It might have been actually when they were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they were at that show. And Lars was like, "There's so many bands who are doing it great. You know, like still carrying the torch, like the Dillinger Escape Plan
Yeah.
and blah blah." And
Yeah.
he just shouted their name out.
But
you
I'll
know?
tell you what, dude.
But then
that's also
Kirk
a
Hammett
symbol.
goes on Twitter and pulls up one of their songs and says, "Everybody
That's
needs
also
to
a
listen
symbol-
to this
that's also a
because
symbol
this
it's
is
a different
fucking
world.
unbelievable."
It's
you
a
know?
different
Like,
world now because now you
That
got
was
bands,
cool,
you
dude.
got
I was
bands
like, dude, I
who
thought I was
as-
happy for him. I was like, dude,
You got
Kirk
bands like
Hammett just
Metallica.
fucking gave you guys
Listen,
the endorsement. You
You
know?
got
like,
bands like Metallica who are like Metallica definitely is as monstrous as Led Zeppelin.
Hey,
is
look,
now.
dude,
But
and
hold
look.
on, let me finish.
Yeah.
They're as monstrous as as Led Zeppelin now. Okay, because that's how long they've been around for. Fucking
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
30 years.
Oh
almost,
yeah, they're
okay?
cult.
So
they
now
have a cult following and a popular following.
You take a band like Dillinger. Dillinger is not a band that gets radio play and shit like that.
No.
So now you've got a world where a band like Metallica can go, these guys right here, that
Are
some
the
of you
shit.
have never
Yeah,
heard
but
of
they might
before.
not get radio play, but you're saying it's a different world. People don't fucking need radio play.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
point.
'cause it's
Is that they
different world.
don't need radio play. That
Don't.
a band like
Like,
Metallica
you know,
can now
via the
can
internet,
now say
via YouTube,
you
like, you
may
can get your
not-
shit out there to where guys from
well, my point
Metallica
is that
are caught.
like,
You know.
back in the day, saying they didn't get radio play makes it sound like they're really hard to fucking find and
They
hear
are.
about.
Well,
but
no.
now,
I didn't mean
that's
that.
not true. I feel
Well,
like
they're not hard to
Escape
find, but
Plan
they're
is
hard
just
to
as fucking
promote.
popular,
They are
if
damn
not more
hard to
right now
promote.
than
I do
Metallica
mean
is.
that there was an era that we lived through where a band like Metallica wouldn't endorse a band like Dillinger in a way that would matter all that much. Maybe they could go on tour and Dillinger might open for Metallica or something like that. But to go on Facebook for anyone in Metallica to say, "Yo, Dillinger's dope," all of a sudden it becomes a massive thing for a band.
Yeah,
like
that's
Dillinger.
what
weird.
Ben Wyman
Yeah, it's weird.
wrote.
Yeah.
I remember when
Ben Wyman
in
wrote
one
a
of
post
the,
about it.
in one of the Linkin Park back when I used to do stuff for Retardobot. I remember when they were like really excited because in one of the Linkin Park videos, one of the dudes is wearing a fucking Retardobot
That's
shirt,
awesome.
Yeah.
and it was like such a big deal. And it's like I forgot what fucking video it is, but it's the part when like the dudes in like it's a back behind the scenes sort of moment, and you see someone getting their tattoo, and he's wearing a Retardobot shirt.
That's awesome.
And it's only like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was such a big deal to everyone, and now
And
kind of
now-
like
Now you can take that
everyone
video
wears
and share it
shirts
with your
shit,
family
who
and friends,
cares?
and people
Yeah.
watch it for months. What were we gonna say?
So, like, talking about the shirt thing, it makes me think of, like, growing up, I loved Nirvana more than anything in the world. And, like, learned about so many bands just from fucking T-shirts that
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain would wear
Right.
on stage.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
learn about the Melvins,
Like
you learn
Flipper
about
and-
Flipper and Sonic
yeah,
Youth
Zeke.
and Daniel Johnson, like, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck yes.
Daniel
stuff
Johnson.
you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know
not from
about.
him, but-
And, like, that was the internet.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain's
Well,
shirt
no,
was
yeah,
the internet.
back
whereas,
then.
like,
And that guy
We've
was
always
real underground,
we've always
you know?
had the language. We've always had the
Right,
language.
right.
The language
The
is
internet
good. Now
put a
we have a
megaphone in front
a
of it.
technological birth for it.
Oh,
now we have
listen.
a way to send it.
Not to cut you off, but listen,
No,
we
no
got to
worries.
cut the content. I just want to say that we got a couple of announcements to make. Awesome Talk is going to be live for Damnation Fest on May 9th. And I definitely want you to go online, go to our website, check that out. We're going to be live at the Saint June 20th. I just got a confirmation from Scott Stamper. That date's good. That date is awesome. It's a Saturday. It's probably going to be another fundraiser, so stay tuned for that. Definitely keep in touch with us for that. We're also going to be appearing at the next Supergroove Festival. I don't have a specific date yet.
My sons are gonna
but
be there. I'm
that'd be
bringing
awesome.
Me and Aaron are getting a camping site, and we're gonna fucking have a tent, and we're gonna set up. And
Cool.
Gage is gonna definitely be there the first night. I don't know about Odin. We have a babysitter
Well,
lined up, but
Little guy.
yeah, but no, but dude, I saw
Get a
babies.
baby cage.
I saw
Get a
babies.
baby cage,
No,
yes.
no.
And
I
a
saw
baby
babies there
Yeah,
last
and a baby
year.
Nicolas Cage.
Last year, I saw ladies walking around with baby slings.
Dude,
all
there
the
were
time.
kids
I'll
there that
fucking
should
tell. I'll
not
carry him
fucking
around
be
with
there.
a
There
baby
were
sling.
some
I don't
kids
give a
there.
fuck, you know, like.
But hold on,
I know
let me,
Dude, it's a great gathering
get
of
to the
people.
point.
It's a fantastic.
Come on,
And
back
no,
up.
but we
Come
should
on, I want
we should
details.
take
I
this
want
opportunity to
details.
plug that. Like, by the way, if you're in the fucking area and you're watching us, dude, get your tickets, dude. Get your Super Group
Yeah.
tickets. Get them, dude.
And-
that is like, it's a gathering of good
And
fucking
I also
music
wanna
and
say,
good people. Like,
absolutely
everybody there
right.
is super cool.
Absolutely right.
You
and
could
for,
take your kids to that shit. You
for-
could be partying all
what the
night
fuck is the
long,
name
but
of that
still
bar?
have your kids there. Like, it's a great
I want
place.
to make sure I get the name right. Hold on a second. Here it is.
Fantastic, like, folk festival. That's what I feel like it
Okay.
is, you know?
Absolutely. Go the Damnation Fest. I just want to make sure I get the name
Oh,
right.
yeah, we got to do the Damnation Fest, too.
That's gonna be May 9th. It starts at noon. That's also all ages.
I already took
There's
off
gonna
from
be
work.
all types of fucking people there, all kinds of bands.
Where was it
Starts
again?
at noon. I'm gonna tell you right now.
up-
It's in Denellen, New Jersey, at
Denellen,
Roxy and
that's
Duke's
up north.
Roadhouse. And I gotta tell you, we looked at pictures of this bar the
Yeah,
other
it looks
night.
crazy.
It looks crazy. It looks like it's gonna be a great fucking time. And check out Scars of Envy, man, because the lead singer, man, Ethan, he got in touch with me, and he was like, dude, we really want to have Awesome Talk there. I think it'd be really cool to, you know, have some people sit down and have some beers and record some stuff. I was like, dude, fuck yeah, man. So, also, Renee is going to be there that night. Renee's drumming in one of the bands that night from
Really?
Sherman Tanks, so that's going to be great.
Excellent.
So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut to
How
a
many
clip
minutes?
of what's up?
How many minutes?
It's about 25 minutes. It's a clip from Ice in the Face, episode 40, where we had John Lackey on. We talked about a lot of things. Right now, Ice in the Face is working on trying to get into the 10th annual Brooklyn Comedy Festival this year. We're trying to get on there. So, you know, definitely check us out. And we'll be back in 25 minutes, so stick with us.
You're listening to us. And the face.
God, did you see the chick that knits with her vagina? It's retarded.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't see
I
that.
don't understand the point. All right,
Go
like,
ahead.
Why would
Explain
you
to
do
me
that?
what
If
you
you
think
had
the
a
point is.
vagina that was so skilled it could twiddle knitting needles into making sweaters and shit, I'd be like, damn, that's a pretty fucking
Sure.
skilled vagina.
That's a skilled
Right.
vagina,
But
yeah.
all she does,
That thing kegels a lot.
all she does is shove the actual ball of wool up her vag.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
With her legs open, and then just sits there knitting
like, chucks
as,
it out?
As it's coming
as it's
out?
coming
Yeah.
out.
That's not knitting with your vagina.
No, it's a
That's
vagina
holding it
conveyor
in your
belt.
vagina.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. And this is like she. I hate.
Sarah,
I feel like
how
I'm
did I
gonna
not get this yet?
I feel like people are gonna attack me for this, but I hate people that call themselves performance artists.
Oh, yeah.
That's really just
That's what it
a
is.
special way of saying I'm doing really stupid shit and calling it art. It's
Yeah.
not
Don't
fucking
you-
art.
performance
you just don't
artist.
get
It's
it.
nothing artistic.
You just don't get it.
And like the
exactly.
article
You
I
don't get
read
it.
about it was like she plans to do this for 30 straight days, even when she's menstruating or whatever. I'm like,
Then why would you want to wear anything that came out of there if you're menstruating?
why
Oh
anything?
my God, it would
like
smell.
why any of this? Why any of it
Why
from
any
start?
of it?
Did you
That's
just the
true.
one
Yeah,
chick
yeah,
who
yeah.
fucking shoved like paintballs or something up her twat
Yeah, yeah.
and then made
and
fucking
fire them out.
Yeah, and then another chick that pukes up paint to make pictures. It's like, why
Like,
don't you
there are
just
tools
learn
that
to
exist.
fucking paint? Like,
Sarah, they are challenging the status quo artistically by doing
vaginas.
so.
Yeah.
By using their vagina as a fucking art creating apparatus.
it's not.
Well,
It is.
just because you haven't, delved into
Yeah,
that.
she's all like, oh, here, I knitted you this stinky, bloody sweater.
Oof.
Yeah. It's only bloody in this one part.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
Just
the
for
rest of
these-
it's fine.
Just for these 6 days.
yeah, right.
These
Yeah.
6 days worth of rows.
Gross.
And like it comes out looking like a reindeer or some
Yeah,
shit on the
right. It's
front.
perfect.
like it just looks like a Rorschach
Just gonna
test.
say that. Yes. Exactly.
I knitted this portrait of Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh my God,
the
it's
part of his
beautiful.
head that blew off.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's made from the source of all life.
Right.
The pussy. I'm sorry, the vagina. What's the right word now?
It's not A-plop.
It's an
We know
A-plop
that
vag. Hashtag A-plop vag.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to no one.
You lifted your stupid yellow duck.
I lifted my yellow duck. My
wine.
Australian yellow duck. This is like my 3rd or 4th glass. So
John
I'm
has a
on.
Stella Artois.
Here's a Stella Artois.
Keeping it classy.
It's an Artois. It's a
Yep.
Stella Artois.
Hey, let me get one of them Stella Artois.
Then people would be like, "What?" And be like, "Yeah, and some of the wet moots."
Ugh.
You get all the Italian.
You know that
Delicacies.
Italian shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Italian.
Oh shit! I have a pot of fucking sauce sitting on the oven.
Yummy.
Oh, you mean gravy?
Yes, I do mean gravy. He fucked me over with that shit, and now I say or sauce when I mean
See,
to say
I
gravy.
never said gravy growing up.
Well,
I always
we
said,
Irish.
I
I
said
always said
gravy growing
souse.
up.
I say Irish like I'm like Irish.
He
Yeah,
Like
right.
my family identified with Irish and all growing up. Like I figured it out way later.
Yeah,
and
right.
then re-figured out that I'm actually descendant
Well,
of
one day
a descendant of Vikings.
One
so
day
now I'm
you were
all into that.
like the 50th day in the row of being drunk out of your mind, and you're like, God, I'm an alcoholic. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm Irish.
I'm Irish. Holy
Holy
fuck.
shit, I'm Irish.
You look at the family tree.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! I start farting fucking
They're
shamrocks.
all alcoholics.
This is great. This is great.
Perfect.
I found my place.
Now it makes
Now
sense.
I belong.
Now I get it. I'm not an addict. It's just in my blood.
It's your
in my
genes.
It's
nature.
different.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. God, Christ, I feel great.
I feel wonderful.
I'm a Polak. I just like pierogies.
They are delicious.
That's all I got out of it.
Well, I'm glad you got that. It's
It's
nothing like a
great.
good ass pierogi.
It's awesome.
Fried up in some coconut oil. Cocoa nut. It's amazing to think that coconuts are nuts. They're big fucking nuts.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's insane, right? Because you got almonds and they're little. Right? You got peanuts,
we
they're
can
small.
we can pretty much celebrate the entire nut catalog, and they're pretty much all little.
I know, well, except for
Mostly
coconuts.
little.
Cocoa nut.
There's
A
other big
coconut can
nuts.
fucking kill a bitch.
If it conks you on the head,
They
You're
do
done.
kill a bitch. That's
Or-
why they have nets underneath.
Or full swing.
Yeah.
Like you got one in
Like
the
a
palm of your hand, you just crush a
like
bitch.
you fill a sock with one. with a coconut and just crack someone over the head with it.
I got a sock full of quarters. Well, I got a fucking giant sock full of coconuts.
I got a
Who's gonna
stocking
win?
full of coconuts.
Who wins? Probably the sock full of quarters because you can whip it faster than the sock full of coconuts.
When you go to different islands, they sell like frozen sort of coconuts with a hole drilled in it, and they put a straw in, and you drink
delicious.
it.
They sure
I've
do.
always wanted one of
They're
those.
really good.
Yeah,
Oh my
you've
God.
had it.
I've had it.
Where did you have it?
It was in Bermuda.
Oh,
It was
sounds
in
beautiful.
Newark. Someone was selling them on the street.
It's from Newark, where you're from.
Falafel
Well, I'm
and
actually
frozen
from Newark, yeah.
coconuts.
It was from the coconut street vendor. The fruity vendolo.
He lives right next to the wet moots.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Give me some brajol.
I thought Andrew Dice Clay would be a really good guest on
You should
Awesome
try,
Talk. Do
man.
you guys think that?
I think he'd do it.
I think he'd be great. I think he'd do it too. He's right over in fucking New York. I think he would do it.
He's from Newark. He can do it.
Yeah, he'll do it. We're all
I don't
from
know.
Newark.
I don't know if he's from Newark.
We're all from New Jersey, so we know we're from Newark.
We
So
all,
that
yeah, we've
means
all seen some
something.
shit.
That's our hardest fucking town. So we're all hard as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can just name like I'm from Market Street. Sure.
Or Main Street.
Yeah.
Or
MLK. Sure.
J-
Yeah, the old MLK. Yeah.
MLK Boulevard.
It's my old stomping grounds. I mean, I didn't really stomp there, but I stomped close.
I ate a sandwich on there.
Oh, shit.
I'm a
did.
frozen
Legit.
coconut.
You're,
Legit.
you're the real shit.
I did. I ate a sandwich on MLK.
And a frozen coconut.
Yep. The American dream.
It is.
God damn it, I love this country. Hello. So, in China,
This happened.
Speaking of countries,
a woman who was 21 or 22 caught her husband, who's about 32, cheating on her. She caught him because he used her phone to contact his mistress and never deleted the evidence.
call history.
Dumb fuck.
Did you
So,
in?
She took a pair of scissors and cut his dick off.
Cool.
He went to the hospital. They sewed his dick back on.
Listen, if that dick could so easily be cut off with a regular old pair of scissors, it wasn't
Yeah.
worth keeping
Regular
anyway.
scissors.
Like, who wants a dick that can be cut off like you can cut a fucking piece of paper out of a magazine, for
It's like,
fuck's sake?
but it's like
You
the
want a
special.
machete?
He was
Yeah,
better
right.
off without it.
She holds it by the head and like pulls it up and whacks with the machete like booyah. Now,
That's damage.
that's not the punchline yet though. The punchline is he went to the hospital. They sewed his cock back on. She snuck into his room while he was asleep and recut his dick off and
Nice.
threw it out the window. They caught him
Right
in the
into the
street.
fucking hot dog vendor vat.
Yeah, they caught him outside the hospital in the street, beating the fuck out of her while blood was running out of his
Jesus.
His cock hole.
his cock stump.
His cock hole.
It was his cock
cock
stump.
hole.
And his cock stump was throwing up blood all down his leg, and they can't find his dick. They think a cat or a dog ran away with it. Stray cat or dog. Because
makes
apparently
sense
they
to me.
have a whole lot of stray
Wait,
cats
well,
and
this
dogs.
is China?
China.
It could have ended up on someone's plate.
That had a lot happened in that
A
story.
lot happened. So let's slow it down, John Lackey, from 2 days.
We want to make sure you really got the
take
grip
that
on this
Yeah.
dick of his.
So he's all
on
happy.
tight.
He's all happy because he's all stitched up and he's probably
It's back on.
recovering.
He
I
probably
don't
did
know
it.
if he
They do a
would be
porno film.
happy at that point. Maybe relief.
He's happier than he was when his dick was not
Was not
attached.
on.
Dude, I would get an implant. I'd be like, look, it's already off. Stick a metal rod up there. Let's make it bigger.
Oh,
Fuck
God,
it. Let's
a
do
metal
this.
rod.
Listen,
I'll never
I got
fly on a
good-
plane again.
It's China. I got good medical
I
coverage.
was just gonna say it's China. They have the fucking technological advances needed to make a robot penis.
Totally.
Right. I would have just gone in for that.
As long as you can feel the whole thing.
The eye cock.
Yeah, exactly. It's got blinking lights inside of it.
This is my Sony cock.
This is my rave dick. I got a raves and I swing it around and it looks good when I'm on ecstasy and acid.
In my mind.
In my mind.
So I'm in that great headspace, and then she comes in and fucking slices it off again.
With like toenail clipper scissors.
What I love,
like
though,
those little
yeah.
teeny
Dude,
tiny
like she's like
fucking
pulling out every stitch one at a time.
Yeah, that's racist. It's racist. But they catch him outside the hospital.
Yeah.
Naked, bleeding. I mean, I saw a picture of him with like an
Oh.
ocean of blood
Jesus.
down both his legs, just battering this bitch in the fucking. And I call her, it's like it's her fault. But you know, I don't know.
It's not her fault his dick got cut off. It's his fault.
Is it equitable? Like you cheat on your wife, she gets to cut your dick off. Is that equitable?
I don't know. Let me.
Is that eye for an eye?
It's a cultural thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I have to ask Woo.
Get Woo on the
he's
phone.
Korean, so that's close.
I'm gonna get Woo on the phone. Look, you're Asian. You know.
If you cheated on your wife that you don't have, would
Yeah.
you be okay if she cut your dick off? Would you feel like it was fair game?
Cut your dick off twice.
Listen,
Yeah, twice.
I mean,
I've
fuck that
been in a
Galooly,
situation
motherfucker.
that was very similar, where my
Whoa,
own
whoa! What do you mean?
computer was used
To cut someone's
to
dick off.
fucking sneakily go and pursue other females.
Right.
Whoa.
Sure.
With no
Whoa.
fucking intelligent idea whatsoever
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
fact that it's my laptop that I use constantly.
They
and
didn't have private mode back then.
So what the
you
F-
know?
fuck?
but they had delete internet history back then. This
True.
isn't that fucking long ago.
Well, yeah, if you're a
So
hacker.
I feel
It's
like
not
if you're
1980, John
that-
Lackey.
I feel like if you're that stupid and your dick gets cut off in the end,
Yeah, hey, dude.
whatever,
Things
whatever.
happen.
You know? That's
Things
what
happen.
it is, you know?
That's right.
It's like when Juan Wayne Bobbitt got his fucking dick cut off. I said Galooly. I didn't mean Galooly earlier. But Juan Wayne Bobbitt, he was another one. He fell asleep, dick sticking up, and she just hacked that shit off and threw it out.
in
A
a
dog
field.
ran off with it.
Whatever. Maybe it was
First
the
off-
same dog.
But he
Both
got it
times.
back, though, didn't
That'd
he?
be mind blowing.
He did get it back. Not only
did
did he
get
get
it
it back, but they sewed it back on and he did porno movies with his sewed on dick.
Yep.
Thank
and
God.
people watched it just for the...
Of
Let me see your
course they
broken
did.
dick. Yeah.
I just hope that
That
John
she,
Wayne Bobbitt.
she should sue for some of the royalties.
I think, first off, Lorena Bobbitt deserves some of the royalties.
I agree.
Sure,
And
she
John
made
Wayne
She
Bobbitt...
made him exactly.
But I feel like
She
that's...
cut him down and brought him back up.
But that seemed equitable when it happened. She claims he raped her in her sleep, so she cut his fucking dick off.
Really? That's why she did it?
Really?
That's what
I
she
thought
said,
it was
yeah.
because he fucked other women.
No, it was because she claimed he raped her in her sleep.
I
Jesus.
never heard that part.
First off, I don't know how the hell you sleep through being fucked all the way to the end, but
All right.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Once again, let me say something
I don't know.
else.
I don't know.
And I feel like I'm putting a lot of personal shit on the line today.
What's the
Jesus.
personal show on
But
the
I'm
line?
also going to say that I was with
This is a
someone.
loud episode.
I was with someone who, in my sleep and also in his sleep, would try to have sex with me.
In his sleep.
In his
yes,
sleep.
Yes,
That's not-
both
well,
both sleeping.
Do you know
we're
he
talking
was
about
sleeping?
a weird gray area here,
And
then.
I used to be like worried to sleep next
Yeah,
to him.
Sweet Jesus.
Because I'd be worried that I'd wake up too late.
A dick in
Right.
there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to. I was a virgin at the time, and
Who
I
wants
wanted to
kids?
stay that way.
You don't want any kids either. You don't want somebody who's a sleep humper.
Plus, they're like
Exactly.
dream kids.
That's one step
Oh my
away
God.
from that's
They're not
one
even
step
real.
away from slump humping.
But
really,
John,
I mean you're
John,
almost dead.
I would take a sleep kid over a flower child any day, so
It's
I'll
true.
take a sleep kid.
I'll take a sleep kid.
Yeah, you know.
I
hey,
won't.
I'm pregnant. When did this happen? I don't
don't want
know,
a
but
sleep
I'm blessed
kid.
by God.
I'm not. I wouldn't be.
Thank you,
No,
Jesus.
I don't think any child coming out of this womb would be a blessing to anybody.
It would be a pretty dark child.
Shit.
Not dark, skin-wise,
Well, it
but
depends
dark.
on-
Well, you never know. You never know. I mean, it could have been, But it seems to me like this would be dark.
Bada, bada, bada.
Yada yada yada. And boom, there you go.
So did you just not sleep during this entire period? Or you just
It
like...
was a very paranoid time for me.
That's
I
rough.
reckon so.
And it weirdly dissipated over time.
I see.
Really?
Like I would wake him up and be like, dude,
Stop.
And he'd be like, "Holy shit! I'm fucking.
What's happening?"
I'm fucking stab thrusting. I can't stop. Hashtag stab thrust.
it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. In your
weird.
sleep?
Yeah.
Sure. I woke up on top of somebody once,
Okay.
shaking them awake, screaming.
Wow.
So I believe your story. I believe that could happen. And I
Non-flashback.
woke up like on my knees, like fists to the sky, screaming. And I woke up and I
Why?
looked down and went.
Were you dreaming about something terrifying,
I don't
like
remember what I
an
was dreaming
8,000
about.
calorie
No.
breakfast
I
full of
it
gross
was like
blood
50
sausage and fried
shades
toast?
of blood sausage and bacon. No, I just
I
woke
feel
up.
like Andrew would eat the shit out of the 50
Oh my
shades of
God.
bacon.
That's
He-
so
Andrew,
gross.
if he's listening to this right now, he's got a bib
He's
on.
jerking off and rubbing bacon grease on his dick.
Yeah, he just paused
Right
it at
now.
that point.
Yeah,
That was it.
sure. This is Andrew from Awesome Talk for people who are new and listening. So
Yeah, he went to the bacon festival for Valentine's Day last year.
He was telling me about that. He was so
That's what he
excited
did.
about it. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to fucking Bacon Fest.
Sorry, I
I'm
almost
like,
just-
Eh,
I almost
I almost
died.
just coughed my tongue up.
yacked up your yellow duck.
Yeah, I just yacked up my yellow.
Yuggle
my
wuggle.
yuggle
My
duck.
I gotta check
yuggalo.
on my sauce.
Check on your sauce.
Oof.
Oh, check on your gravy.
Check on your gravy.
Yeah, take it from this guy. He's Sicilian.
It's true.
Boy, Joe.
Raggio, wet
Yeah,
moots.
what a piece of silly
Bruschette, mozzarella. That's how we do.
All those words. I was explaining.
And others.
and more.
others. Yeah, sure.
I was explaining to a friend of mine who lives in Canada. I was talking about the conversation we had about
A real human in Canada.
a real human in Canada
Okay.
from Nova Scotia.
Oh, wow. That's like actual Canada.
Yes, it's like
That's
real
deep
deal.
Canada.
Deep cut.
French Canada.
Yeah, that was a deep cut from Canada. But I was explaining this conversation we had. I was like, yeah, he was talking about his like Canadian accent and all this stuff. I was like, yeah, in New Jersey, we just kind of like mispronounce Italian things.
Yeah, that's it.
And he was like, oh, like saying pizza wrong? I was like, dude, it's way.
Pizza?
I was like, it's way deeper than that.
Pizza.
The pizza.
Yeah, we just eat some pizza.
Yeah, some pizza with marinara.
I was like, no, we just make words up
Yeah.
that don't make any sense.
Yeah, give me half a pound of the wet moots.
Wet moots is great.
And they're gonna be like, the what?
I actually started calling it moots.
You did. So
I
it
did.
is a thing. It is a thing.
No, I started calling it after you said that.
So
I was like,
I made a thing. Sarah, don't get A-plop about it. Don't get A-plop about the moots. Don't get A-plop about the moots.
And you didn't even make up the moots. Some fat fuck in the fucking Italian deli behind you made it up.
Not behind me. He was in front of me, and I was just.
Wherever he may have been.
He was all around
sort of,
you.
I was sort of from a distance.
Marveling.
I was like.
At his greasy, tan belly.
cheese loving ass.
And I looked down and I went,
Oh my God.
and I was like, yeah, I'll take a quarter pound of the wet moots. And I looked at the guy and I nodded. I was like, thank
Eiffel
you.
Tower!
Eiffel Tower. Thank you.
The fact that he comes back and he goes, I'm like, fucking. He brought
I was like, I know what you people
Yeah,
call
my
it.
favorite
what-
part of the
yeah,
whole story.
I know what you guys call it.
I know what you people
I'm
call
like,
this.
You people.
Cheese? What?
My drunk Irish
Wet
asshole.
moots. I'm like, what? Who calls it that anywhere? I've been surrounded by Italians my entire existence.
And
no
Albanians.
one has ever fucking
Italians
said
and
that.
Albanians. Wet moots.
What are Albanians into food-wise?
Albanian food.
What do Albanians
I
eat?
thought you were gonna say what are Albanians into. I was gonna be like killing each other.
Besides,
yeah.
besides
Americans are into that too, so, kind of
Well,
relate.
Albanians kind of take it to a whole other level.
How do you mean?
Well, there's this thing there where it's really hard to get a conviction if someone murders someone else.
Okay.
The government's very corrupt. So they have something like basically blood debts, which I don't know if you've ever
Jesus.
heard of.
It sounds
So
like
the
a
way it
serious
works is
thing.
like, let's say that I killed a member of your family or someone that you cared about.
Just hypothetically.
It would mean that if I had kids or brothers, anybody at all that's connected to me is basically in hiding forever. Like children are born and never leave the house. Like there's children in
Unreal.
Albania that have never left their front porch because someone in their family who they might not even have ever met killed someone, and now there's a blood debt that their family owes. It's a
Son of a
life for a
bitch.
life is
crazy.
just what Albanians think.
Hey, look.
And I don't necessarily disagree
I don't
completely with
necessarily
it.
disagree with that
But I do
completely either.
disagree with it
I mean,
being
you
a
Italian
random...
motherfuckers. Even John over here was just like, oh, I kind of understand.
Yeah,
I
it sounds
kinda
pretty
understand.
great.
Well, I mean, if you don't fucking have a justice system that's working for you, then you fucking...
You make the justice
Like,
system holler.
I was listening to this one guy talk. His son was murdered, and I think one of the guys, maybe one of the guys, they murdered by 3 guys, I guess. And the father waited for him outside of a club, shot him, and walked away.
And that's
and
it.
he was just like, he
That's what I
killed
had
my
to do.
son,
Yeah,
and I
so-
killed him. And if I ever fucking saw the other guy, I would
do
kill
the
him
same thing.
too, because he took my kid away. Like, it fucking...
Right.
But because he did that, he's also now... It's a weird...
So now it's on him now. So
cyclical,
he's
like,
killed
it just
someone
goes
too.
on
Yeah.
and on and on. And they tried desperately to make this end, but it's something that's going to go on, I think, for a long
So
time.
that's still going on to this day.
Yeah.
That's just.
Still a thing. Still a thing.
I'm glad you got out of there.
Before they found me.
That's why you moved to America.
That and the Chevrolets.
The Chevrolets.
Yeah, the cars.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
My box
That's Rick singing from the toilet.
From the toilet.
How do you Sicilianos?
Bagno. Il Bagno.
Yo, dude, I just had a sweet ass visit in the bagno. It was
I
so-
know about 4 words of Italian.
I do too. I know bagno,
Wet
moots.
wet moots,
Brajut.
Brajo.
aeroplano, and
Fruity Vendolo.
Listen, if
That's
you
the
know
fruit vendor.
Spanish, you probably know a lot of
Yeah,
Italian
it's pretty much the same
unwittingly.
shit.
Yeah.
It's nearly the same language
Yeah, I'm
for the
surprised how
most
close
part.
they are. They're very close.
It's a romance.
It's a romance. So, Indian government employee finally
Those
fired.
son of a bitches.
Finally fired after skipping work for 24 years.
That's pretty good.
I feel like you work with someone that would fall under that category.
Right? You'd
It
think
just
that,
doesn't
right?
show
Yeah,
up
yeah.
at
It just
all.
doesn't show up on the
Ever.
radar. Yeah.
I want
So,
some
yeah.
of that.
So, yeah, 24 years he called out of work. I mean, how long can you get away with shit?
24 years,
24
apparently.
years.
Fuck, this guy lived the dream. I'm gonna fucking go to India and fucking get a job, and then I'm just gonna show up the first day and be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking sick as shit.
Forever.
I got the 24-year flu.
Get a doctor's note. Whatever.
What do you want me to come in? You want me to get the whole fucking organization sick? What are you, stupid as fuck?
What are you, A-plop?
Yeah, what are you-
I have a bad case of A-plops.
I show up and
I
I get
have
all
a
you.
bad case of A-plops and wet mutts. I don't want this around
Yeah.
anybody.
I got wet moots in my feet, A-plop in my head, and you want me to come to work and fucking make the whole company sick? What are you, fucking fucktarded, boss?
And I don't have a mask to wear.
Yeah, I
to
don't.
keep
I
that
can't
away from
afford
everyone.
it. I can't afford. All I can afford is all these beers and wines. That's it.
All this yellow tail.
All this yellowtail.
Which is crazy expensive when you import it to India.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, John Lackman, for doing Sugar. Thank you. On the 40th episode, I was on.
Wow, we only have 7 minutes left.
Are you
I know,
serious?
we've
can't
been
believe
quiet.
that.
We flew through this episode. What
I
the
couldn't
hell
even talk
happened?
about anything.
Jesus, fuck. Okay, so we got 2 minutes. Let me pick up a good topic. Here we go. Does anybody have a good topic?
Does John have a topic?
No.
Don, you know.
I had one, but it's not as good as any of these.
And it's not as good as the ones that you may say now that I don't know of yet.
It's way worse than all
Do you want
of
to just
those.
throw something out
Yes.
there for
Oh,
you?
wait,
Anything.
dude. Going to sort of going off your hospitalization stories.
You go ahead. You
It's
fucking
not,
feel
it's
free.
not exactly similar, but
I'll try
I
to
guess
get a plop.
married couples being stupid is a good segue.
It's also a common thing.
A fucking dude calls the police on his wife, and
Bad
the
move,
reason-
sir.
the
Who's gonna
reason-
make your sandwiches now?
the reason why was because she was talking too much and he couldn't get to sleep.
Jesus.
He
Dude, we
had
call
a-
the police.
Hey, look, sometimes you just gotta shut up, bitch.
He tells them, yeah, she talks too much when she's off her medication. I've been suspicious that she's been off it for like 10 days because she hasn't shut the fuck
She's
up.
been off it for 25
Hey,
long
maybe the bitch
years.
has a lot to say, dude. Maybe you're a dickwad. How about that?
He had a court date to go to the next day, so he
Uh-huh.
had to wake up early. The end of the report said, now he has another court date to worry about
Yeah.
for making a false report and exaggerating claims.
Where was this?
Who the fuck knows?
Doesn't matter.
Some
Doesn't matter.
stupid
Doesn't matter.
fucking
Doesn't
place
matter.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
It's like when they call up and are like, Wendy's is closed. And you
Yeah.
call 911, like, they wouldn't give me a
They
hamburger.
wouldn't give me my nuggets.
You know what used to make America great? Here we go. I told you,
The
John's face.
Chevrolets.
John's
The
face just
Chevrolets.
went. His face went so solemn immediately, and he went, "Oh God, what?"
My brain is just working,
It
trying to
used
find
to
something.
be in America, freedom meant you could get away with some shit, and that meant you could call fucking 911 and be like, "Yo, McDonald's just told me they're out of fries," and 911 would be like, "Jesus, that sucks."
That
now
sucks, yeah.
you get arrested and fucked up the ass with nightsticks and beaten to death and choked. This is crazy.
That's what fast food will do to you.
It will.
It's
It
true.
will do it to you.
It was going to happen either way.
let's-
Irregardless, it was going to happen.
Irregardless.
God.
Irregardless. You know, listen to your intuitive intuition.
Listen, irregardlessly.
Irregardlessly.
Irregardless.
Ugh. God.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm in a room full of people that got a response out of, and they weren't
I
just
feel
like, oh
like
yeah,
this
totally.
is something
irregardless.
that
totally.
you and I have
Irregard-
talked about
Yeah, probably.
many
Yeah.
times over the years. Is irregardless.
Irregardless.
And I know that we're out of time now, and
not.
we don't
Keep going.
We
Keep
don't have
going.
to talk about this. I just want to put it out there as an FYI to our listeners.
Yeah.
Female squirters, the liquid is actually urine. You are welcome.
No, I heard it's not. No, I read today it's not urine.
That's lies.
Really?
No, I read it's not urine. I read
John's
it's not,
like,
not only did I read it's not urine, but I read it tastes different than urine.
it's urine mixed with one other thing.
What's
but
the other
it's
thing?
Urine.
The other thing is a mystery?
No, it's not a mystery.
It's
It's,
a secret
chemical.
recipe. It's been handed down from
Oh,
generation
fuck
to
it.
Yeah,
generation.
Colonel Sanders invented it.
You know what, dudes? Just lap it up. Lap it up. They drink your fucking cum down your throat, and they fucking, so you just go ahead and just lap it up. Don't be a bitch. So your girl's a squirter. You know what? Let her squirt. That's what I say. I'm all about women's rights.
Squirter's
now.
gotta squirt.
At this point in my life, I'm 35 years old. You know what? You squirt it all. You paint the walls. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Paint the ceiling. I love it. Just like a fucking like a grass. You know what I'm talking about? The
sprinkler?
That's
it's
it.
called
Yeah.
a sprinkler, dude. You know those things when America was... Remember back when America was great and we had lawns?
Back then. Back when we had lawns.
Back
Front
when
lawns.
people owned grass.
We had front lawns, back lawns, lawns all over the fucking place.
Squirters.
Down the street.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey!
Awesome talks.
Let's go to the mall.
Episode 8 on March 24th, 2015. We had a little, we had a few technical difficulties
Snafus.
there. We had a snaffaloo.
You're a fucking
Going on.
technical difficulty.
And, but we're back. We're back. We're going to do a little bit of talking, a little bit
As
of
he
finishing
weebles
up.
back and
He's gonna
forth, trying to
weeble.
put his ponytail in.
I
He's
know.
going to weeble with a ponytail.
Yeah.
A
Try.
pone
It's not
tie,
working
if you will.
either. You know
Right,
what?
Woo?
It's not really working either.
Sounds Asian, pone tie.
There it is.
Sounds like a food, really. All right, well, I tried
I
to
take offense to that.
I tried to connect
Yeah,
with you.
that's
I guess I
fucked up,
can't.
man.
I guess I can't.
That's like a Chinese...
Speaking of Chinese,
Well, I realized that was pinpointing.
It's
That'd be
a-
like an
An
Asian.
Oriental-
Well, that would be like an Asian person saying, "Hey, look, I sound American." That was close, right? I mean, it sounded Asian.
Oh,
but
hot
it
dog.
sounded
I'm a
American.
fucking idiot.
Sarah, speaking of hating the Chinese, I got something to come back with here. On isitnormal.com,
Oh, jeez.
the title is "I hate the Chinese."
Wow.
Jeez, how normal is it?
I'll tell you when I'm done reading
It's
the
hard.
description because the normality of it's gonna blow your mind.
I'm gonna guess at least 80%.
Well, it says I hate the Chinese. It's weird, like, because I don't hate them, but I cannot tolerate them more than any other group of people. I just find them annoying, and I'm not a racist. Not more than your average person is,
Oh, good thing
anyway.
they cleared that
Yeah.
up.
Hold on, this is where it
I
gets
feel
weird.
so much better
I
about
love
this.
that they're rationalizing out loud.
This is where it gets weird. The Japanese don't irk me, and Koreans are cool, but the Chinese just
Hey, way to
irritate
go,
me.
Woo.
Chinese are fatheads.
Good job, Woo.
Maybe it's the sound of the language. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I throw
You
my
know,
hands up.
take a guess how normal you're not allowed to guess.
I don't care.
How
I don't
normal is
care.
this?
98.
It's a farce. It's a fucking farce.
I'm gonna say
This
between
is
the 70s and
terrible.
80s.
You know, you're not far.
Yeah,
This is
I'm-
65% normal.
He's the one that wrote it.
No, I didn't.
Self-hatred. It's weird
He's
that
like-
so many of them are like right at 65.
Yeah, they're in the 60s.
Ooh,
right?
do you hate Asian people?
Because that'd be weird. That'd be
A
weird.
self-hating Woo.
That would be weird. Yeah, right.
Aw.
Self-hating woo.
That should be like a little figure you can get with a string that you pull.
Yeah.
God.
And it
Does
makes
she
his
slay
eyes
people
go
or-
back.
It makes his eyes go back, and he just goes,
Oh,
and he yells, "Fuck
come
me,
on.
fuck me."
Oh yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, yeah.
He does.
And then he says
That's
his real
your
name,
Woo,
which
that's
is
your
like,
Woo.
That was mean.
he says his real name,
I'm sorry.
which is like
bro.
Orion O'Shaughnessy. Okay,
That was mean.
isitnormal.com.
Ow.
You shut the fuck up
It
with your
was
mean
me.
What's mean
shit.
about that?
Isitnormal.com. Can't decide on my attractiveness. Some days I look in the mirror and think, I look ugly. Then the next I'll look and think, I'm attractive. Do other people also have this ever-changing view of themselves? Do you guys have that ever-changing view of yourselves?
I don't look in the mirror unless I'm brushing my teeth, and I look like shit when I do that, so I don't really care.
All right, so no. One vote no.
That's a no. What about you? What about you? Go explain yourself.
He only feels pretty when he has bows in his beard.
He looks beautiful.
I
though,
do,
this
I
beard.
do look good with both. It's hard to top that look.
John Lackey looks beautiful.
Thanks.
I mean, he's pretty polished, beautiful. The hair's perfect.
I mean, look at that, and that
Perfect
beard is
coif.
coiffed, so like.
That
I'm-
beard
it's
is-
doing good
She
right
said
now.
it. You said
Dude.
coif too.
It's a coif.
Thanks.
It's a
doing good right
well-coiffed,
now.
like.
It is doing well.
He's
It
got
looks,
that Buddy Holly thing going good.
It looks
like-
very evenly
Distributed?
mowed.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's mowed to perfection.
I found the right setting on the buzzer.
If you had a guitar on, like bitches would be fucking you like crazy.
You'll be the next John Mayer.
Oh my god,
John Mayer.
Yes.
There's your clip.
Hey, there we go. Somebody finally did it.
See what
It's
happens.
always woo.
See what happens.
It's always woo.
It's not always me.
There you go.
It wasn't me.
I was prepped.
That was good.
Good for you.
Continue.
You brought
You
it
were
to
gonna.
tears,
You haven't. But we've
Jesus
all
Christ,
assumed.
so sad.
We've all assumed things, but we haven't heard your real answer yet.
No, I don't look in the mirror and think I look attractive one day and not another. I don't think I have an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't never look in the mirror and be like, damn, I look fucking
Yeah.
awesome today.
Like Will Ferrell in Anchorman. I look good.
Everybody,
Everybody, come look and come see how good I look.
Yeah, I guess is there like a neutral vote on isn't normal? Like,
I don't know.
No, it's a yes or no. I mean, do you ever say "damn I look good" or "damn I look ugly" to any sort of extremes?
no,
I
I'm gonna
think
say no.
I micromanage moments where I'm like, damn, my beard looks fucking badass.
But is it like when you're passing like a car and you see the reflection in the paint? Or is it
No.
like in the mirror?
No, like when I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, oh shit.
Who's this handsome stranger?
Not too bad.
Hopefully
like,
that's
you
the
know
last
what?
time you and I go like this at the same time.
Brush it down.
We were like,
We just did it again.
I saw that you saw it.
I'll only say yes to that in the fact that if I'm dressed really nice. You know,
Alright.
if I
Like
nice,
what do you consider nice? The Led Zeppelin shirt?
oh yeah,
Like that.
dude. If I have to put a There's suit on and go to a sometimes- wedding,
Oh, yeah,
or
I
something,
feel so dapper as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
Wear a nice suit.
Actually,
I clean up nice.
I was thinking-
feel pimping.
I was thinking, what do you think of this, Will? I was thinking it'd be kind of fun one night on Awesome Talk to do suit night, where we all dress in suits and we come here and we drink all fancy.
Oh,
fancy.
yeah.
You guys into
Dude,
that idea?
I went to a wedding with like a fucking
I saw the
lumberjack
pictures,
beard
yeah.
and a mohawk.
And how'd you feel?
Like it was right before our twine show.
Did you look in the mirror and say,
Dude,
"Damn, I look good"?
there's
I look
pictures.
good.
There's pictures of me smoking Cuban cigars out back in the wedding with Aaron, like right next to me and shit, and we're just chilling, like, and I'm like, dude, I owned it.
Okay,
I
so then it's
I
a
owned
yes.
it.
We
So
can do suit night.
I got a
Do
suit,
it.
mama. Hell yeah.
We're gonna need martini glasses.
Yeah.
I can
I'll
get
go
Awesome
suit.
Talk
I'll
martini
go suit.
glasses.
Careful. Yeah.
Awesome Talk martini
I
glasses.
have a
Awesome
couple
Talk
martini
tea.
glasses.
And Awesome Teeny. That's right.
You're just
Fucking
just
shaking,
bittering it.
shaking, not
Autini.
fucking stirred. You see how he looks when it's stirred? Not happy.
Not good.
You don't look happy.
By that logic, it could also be called an autini. And then, in that case, I say let's just cut to the chase and call it autism.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, at least
Hey, would you like an autism?
Speaking of
three
bad
of us
jokes,
have to have it.
speaking of real, not bad jokes, but crass jokes.
Oh, that was a good one.
You
right?
guys love Norm Macdonald. And who doesn't love Norm Macdonald?
Oh,
Right?
best.
why
When he
wouldn't
does Burt Reynolds on fucking SNL, that's like the best.
He's
thing
a
ever.
That's like
saint.
the only time I really ever liked
Dude.
him a lot.
When he
Yeah,
did the
but
roast-
Every other
the
time,
roast
like, he
where
sounds
he,
like a cartoon duck.
Dude, dirty work.
Yeah, but when
Dirty work. That's all I
whenever
gotta
he was
say.
on Tom Green Live,
Dirty work.
like he used to show up at Tom Green's house at like 3 in the morning and knock on the door, and it was like Tom would literally go in a basement and like flip the show on, and there it would be,
He
it'd just be
always
live.
did that.
I know it was he
I mean, Tom
pioneered
Green.
this.
Yeah,
He
I know.
pioneered this idea, and
He did the roast of Bob Saget, and he went out there and read a book of like old timey awful jokes.
Yeah.
He did it completely straight. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever
I want to
seen.
see that.
Oh,
I've
it's
never seen
so
it. Dude, I
fucking
love the shit out of that.
So they claim that he did a podcast recently. It's his own podcast. And he did a 9/11 joke, and they cut it. Like, I don't know if he cut it or like whatever podcast company he signed with cut it. Which, by the way, that's why podcasts should stay free of control. But
All right. On point.
so he said a 9/11 joke, and they cut it, and it was basically he went like he said in 2014 the most liked and approved airlines was JetBlue. And I forgot to tell you, Nick Swartzen was there, and he looked very hungover. He was like, so he goes.
He was like, what?
He looked very hungover. Nick Swartzen. He was like, so he like, you know that hungover feeling where you're like,
This is just in case you guys didn't know. If you want to know if somebody's hungover, all you have to look for is. That's it. That means they're hungover.
So he goes to the most liked. No. So he goes.
My son must be hungover.
So he goes. JetBlue was the number one. He goes. In last place was 9/11 Airlines.
Get it?
And everybody goes silent. He goes, 9/11. You remember that thing? He's like, I was walking through New York, blood and bone everywhere, looking for my. No. And Nick Swartz just goes, oh my god.
fucking best.
I watched it and I went, you know, from a comedy standpoint, how can you not look at it and go, this is hysterically funny?
Did you ever hear what fucking Dave Chappelle said about fucking Kramer?
No.
About
oh no, I'd love to know what he said.
Oh, dude, he was like, you know what, Kramer, you know, and then he goes off and he says nigger a bunch of times, and he, you know, he fucks some shit up and this and that, and he's just like, and that was the moment in my life where I realized I'm 20% black, 80% comedian. He was just like, there was a 20 little teeny weeny percent part of me that was like, well, I don't really like to hear that word. He was just like, but then the rest of me was like, shit, Kramer was having a bad night. And that's what Dave Chappelle had to say about it. It's like, oh shit, he had a bad night. That was not, no, man.
I think Dave Chappelle was absolutely the best when it came to comedy.
Oh, yes.
And I saw this interview with Cat Williams recently, and I go back and forth with Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Like, his comedy versus his religious psychotic bullshit.
He's a psycho about that shit.
Oh my god. Sometimes he's insanely, sometimes you'd never know. Okay. And so it's sort of like teeters, but
he can be cool, but when he gets on his high horse, I mean, it gets rough. It gets gnarly. He gets biblical on that.
He
shit,
commented on Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about the way the entertainment industry is run. And he goes, just think about for a second. He was like, they beheaded the king in front of the whole world. He goes, that guy was making more money doing comedy and doing a comedy show than anybody ever has before. He goes, and then he got stressed out, something happened, and he left, and they made him look insane. He was like, they just cut his head off when he didn't comply. He was like, just think about that for a second. Yeah. And I listened to it, I was like, man, he's right. They made that guy who we call a genius every day. They tried everything to make him look.
Dion said that shit to me one time. Dion was like, dude, I swear to God, they probably sat him down at the congregation of black people where it was Oprah and Bill Cosby and everybody else, and they were like, you need to shut the fuck up. You know, like...
Because he was making light of things in a way that was just too good.
He was talking too much shit.
It was funny. It was good. It was real. But I'm glad to see that he's going to be touring again. He's touring with,
I think that's why he went away.
Rock.
I would do it, dude. I don't blame him. I fucking applaud him. You know why? Because he left that show behind. He got his money. More importantly, he got his money.
He got part of his money.
No,
he didn't get the whole thing.
Yeah,
because he only did a quarter of a season, so they paid him for a quarter. But that was still a lot of money.
He got like $25 million fucking
dollars. Well, the season was worth 11.
Shit.
He took home 4, I think. Which is still a fucking boatload of money.
Well,
I mean, that's a lot of money.
No, but that was just for season 3. He got paid for the other shit.
Yes,
too.
he got paid for the other shit.
He got paid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he got his money. Like, that's what I'm saying. And he knew he got his money.
Yeah,
he was like, you know what, dude? Honestly, I'm looking at my bank account. I don't have to do what the fuck you say ever again. You know? And
what's your favorite Dave Chappelle bit on the show?
There's two. I could quote the whole thing.
But give me, if you had to choose one, one favorite. Because I think mine is the Tupac song. I'm not dead. Oh no, I'm not alive.
Well, that's fine. Yeah. You know what? One of my favorites is the World Series of Dice.
Oh my god,
it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And grits and gravy. Kansas City, Missouri. What y'all know about Sam? My name is Leonard Washington. Where I'm from, little town called. Never mind, it's none of your goddamn business. Let's roll some dice, bitches.
That was more like
goddamn business.
Never mind, none of your goddamn business.
Goddamn business.
Oh, and I was going to say, what's up to Cody?
Marcy's son, what?
Dude, thanks for being here. And thanks everybody who's watching right now. I want to come back, but let's do a real quick round the bar. We got a bunch of people watching. My name's Rick.
I'm John.
Ryan.
Sarah.
Jane.
All right. Welcome. Thanks for sticking with us tonight, man. It's a funny show. We're having a good time. So back to Dave Chappelle, the best bit. You said yours. What about you?
The Keeping It Real one, where he's screaming,
Keeping It Real goes wrong.
Wu-Tang into the guy's face.
Is that?
Darius was a promising young man.
Wu-Tang.
He's like, good job, Darius. Give me some skin. Man, get your motherfucking hand out of my face, man. I keep shit real.
I keep it
Shake
real.
my hand like a man, motherfucker.
I don't like people playing on my phone.
Oh, that was good too, man.
I like people.
I still dig the Rick James, man.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Rick
Rick
James.
James.
Rick
yeah.
James, that was
That's
so
And
good.
of course the Prince
Prince making
episode.
pancakes.
Prince,
The
yeah.
Prince
Prince, yeah.
episode, yeah.
Right.
But the Rick James, man, that tops it.
Right,
man.
yeah. Rick, I don't know, but Prince was good.
What
Like,
am I? Just something like, I mean, like, I'm not a grown man where I just, like, you know, I'm going to just jump on somebody's couch, you know, no goddamn reason. I mean, like, you know, I mean, like, no, come on, I got more sense than that. Yeah, I remember jumping on the couch. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
that is the
Dude,
best.
that was one
the
of the
best.
greatest things I've ever seen in my
And
life.
he was the king, man. He was the king. He opened up a whole other door.
Yeah, he
because what
did.
he did was he took, first off, I've always thought that racism, above all things, was a really stupid thing to be concerned with. I always
That's
felt like
what I said.
hate you because of your color or your look.
No.
It's so stupid to me
Racism
that,
should be talked about
it's-
more than anything else.
it's just
Like,
one of those
people should
things
just
that's
talk
just like
to each other.
if
Just
your
talk.
if your time is spent hating another group of people, you're really wasting your life.
Well,
a
no,
lot,
I'm just
you
saying,
know?
like, like you're ever on the grocery line, you know what I'm saying? And there's like a white person behind you, and you look
Piece
and
of
there's
shit.
And no, and there's a
Well, wait,
magazine.
white
and
people
you-
are different. We
Yeah,
all
yeah, it's a
know
whole
that.
other thing.
Whatever. No, I'm just making an example. And you're like, whatever. Oh, yeah, you know, like, yeah, look at that shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's fucked up on that magazine cover right there. Yeah, whatever. You know, yeah, I fucking feel you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and then, like, just do it. Just say that's all it is. It's
Can I
just
just say
it's
something about
street
that?
level shit. Like, just if there's a black person on the line, you say the same shit. You say, like, don't you think that's like
Real
just
stupid, yeah.
talk to people.
Like-
Talk to people.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Like, you know,
Love me.
just talk to people.
You know what's funny about that?
That will solve the racism thing. Like, we'll all just be
Magazine-
cool with each other. You'll know everybody in your neighborhood, and when someone from outside your neighborhood comes to your neighborhood, you'll be like, oh, no,
Oh,
that
welcome
dude's
to
cool.
neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood. He's
Right.
cool. Everybody's cool here.
Magazine
Well,
covers.
you know, like,
if I were any other race, maybe you chime in on this, Will. If I were any other race, I would say that white
Asian
people.
times.
Everybody broke down in laughter. I was hoping. I was like,
funny.
somebody's gonna get
It's
it.
just funny.
So, white people look really nuts and drunken on drugs on magazine covers, yet they
Dude.
still don't fail to look in charge. It's a horrifying dichotomy that happens.
Well, I
because
mean-
every white icon that makes it to the cover of something is on the cover because they really fucked something up really bad.
I don't want to sound bad when I say this.
No,
I like
no,
with
the
kid
prefacing
gloves.
is already.
I know where this is
But
going.
when I say it, I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna be the truth, and I'm not gonna mean it like I had
Yeah,
anything
I
to
got
do.
you.
You know,
Yourself in with this
we
category.
did perfect domination.
What?
We did perfect domination.
For the time being.
Perfect.
For the
is
time
it?
No,
It's
but
not
no,
permanent.
no, but I mean, like, we found a way.
Hey, don't
to,
say we. You and I didn't sit
Well, no,
around and
not
go,
we, yeah,
yo,
not-
buddy,
yeah.
let me tell you,
You know,
this
like
is how we're going to jump on board. Give me the
us
graph paper.
crackers, apparently, because I'm not even really. I'm like fucking like German fled from the World War II era, you know. Like,
Still makes you white.
yeah, I am white, so I mean, I didn't have anything to do with slavery or anything like that, but I guess I'm white, so you can just go right ahead and be mad at me if it makes you feel better. But yeah, basically, I mean,
It makes me feel alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
know.
okay with it.
It's okay,
I
Ryan.
don't feel
I'm okay.
I'm
but
okay.
it is a fucked
Yeah.
up thing, you know?
I would say great, but I'm around.
Okay.
All right, now I forgot what I was saying.
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah.
So pretty much when John Travolta's hair is like falling off of his head on the cover of those magazines,
Dude,
like, he
dude.
still looks like he's in charge of shit.
First off, that's funny, but I just read something about John Travolta the other day that disturbed me. And she was like, why are you disturbed? And I was like, yeah, why am I disturbed? He has not one, but 2 runways at his house to
You're
land
gonna need
planes
one
on.
if you have more than one plane, Dick.
Who the fuck flies more than one plane at a time?
How white are you? How do you not know this?
Yeah,
One,
exactly.
but you need the other. You need another runway to put
It's
the other
in the-
plane so you can take off and
Yeah,
Okay, all right. I guess I
It's
understand.
like,
That makes
like
sense.
he's
One
flying.
pulls
He's
in,
flying
the other pulls
home.
out.
There you go,
He's,
that's what
fly,
she said.
he's flying home, and all the gay people he pissed off in Paris are following him
Because
on
they
a
all
jet.
gave him hand jobs. And
So
they
he
didn't pay
gets
for it.
off in his house and boards another plane
Right.
and flies
Right.
in the other
Xenu
direction.
has to land
It's
somewhere.
the horseshoe.
He
It's
needs
the
another
horseshoe
runway for
technique.
his
You see what I'm
spaceship.
saying?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
He
a
comes
Xenu,
in.
It's a Xenu landing
He comes
pad.
in, he
space pad.
just
Yeah.
boards, he leaves again.
But hold on, wouldn't a space pad be more like a square and less like a runway? Because you just land at
Do
like
you
your
know
Star Wars.
how many things?
All runways are like
That
squares.
doesn't help you. There's landing pads in Star Wars are usually pretty circular.
Pretty circular.
They're not
Are they
fucking
circular?
square.
No,
I can't think of
circular.
one
And
square.
we're not
Circular
Yeah.
or square,
And
it's not
we're
a
not- we're
line.
not
It
talking
doesn't take a
about-
long time to do.
We're not talking about a space vehicle either. We're
Well,
talking
they're
about
talking
a
about
fucking
Xenu
Boeing
because he's a
740.
Scientologist.
Xenu doesn't have
Hey.
ships. There's no
Hey,
proof of
God.
that.
Oh, he's got
Allegedly.
ships all over the
Oh, the
place.
fuck he
When
does.
I think of Scientology ships, I think of like Ed Wood, like
yeah,
like,
right.
old school,
On a
like,
string, like
yeah,
that
on a
right
string.
behind
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, like a paper plate with like a fucking string attached to it.
That's funny.
And it's just someone drew some fucking kid on it.
Ed Wood.
That was
like
a good
that.
reference.
Very good reference.
Yeah.
So I read something, a headline. I didn't read the story. But the headline was both funny and horrifying to me. It was from George Zimmerman. You guys remember that lovable character?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
my
like a garbage
dude.
pail kid come to life.
I love that motherfucker, man.
So I
Racist
just,
array.
here's the funny thing. I want to read the first line before I read
That's
the
a good
headline.
one.
The first line.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make a series
Of what?
of garbage pail inspired trading cards of popular,
Murderers of
people.
murder
Murder-
children.
No,
Murderous,
popular people
treacherous
in the
bastards.
Harriet.
Like racist. There you go.
I'm gonna click to that because that was
Nailed
fucking
it.
funny.
Nailed
That was a
it.
fucking funny joke. Oh god.
I do
Okay,
wanna see
so
a George Zimmerman jar.
okay, so George Zimmerman. I want to read the first line of the article. This is on deathandtaxesmag.com. Before I read the headline, and what is funny is the first line says the just pay attention to how this is worded from the first word.
Jump down.
Jump down, you little bastard. Jump down, you bastard.
That
Jump.
way.
Are we okay?
Jump.
Okay. The very just
Trying to
pay attention to the wording of the first sentence.
No.
No. Absolutely not.
The killer said he has a clean conscience and was treated unfairly after he shot an unarmed boy. Can I just say that is beautifully written? Because they call him the killer, make sure to say an unarmed boy to separate to ensure that what he said is completely the fuck on that asshole. That is brilliant. The headline is...
Headline's amazing.
The headline's amazing. George Zimmerman likens himself to Anne Frank, blames Obama for his hardships.
How do you? I mean,
Let's start with Anne
I
Frank.
mean, everyone blames Obama for their hardships.
I know,
How do you
and-
liken yourself
As
to
a
Anne
teenage
Frank?
girl.
Who among us is not like Anne Frank? I mean, honestly, you know.
I keep a journal.
I'm
that's
not.
about it.
You keep a jerk. Damn it! I was hoping my joke got fired.
You know why? You know why I'm
You
not.
live in the attic.
You know what? Do you know why I'm
You're a
not?
gigantic Asian. You don't count for
It's
anything.
like
I got a
Andrew
big
in a log
attic.
cabin.
Do you know why I'm not like Anne Frank and why you're not like Anne Frank? Is because
Because
in,
you're not George
in
Zimmerman.
Germany in 1942 we could go get a cup of coffee. That's why.
And I'd be like, you know what's ironic? I got a bagel too.
I got a bagel
Oh,
with
God.
locks.
Is this worse than the
The 9/11
the
joke.
Norm Macdonald?
The Norm 11 joke?
Norm 11, that's it.
Norm 11.
Norm 11. Okay, I might have
Never
hit the
forget
tipping
Norm
point.
11.
That's why everybody hates us.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Because
exactly right. yes.
unfortunately, for the last 200 years, the fucking Northern Europeans have come out on top.
But honestly, I feel like all of us
And they've been
collectively,
fucking shit up in
as
their
Americans,
wake, too.
as Americans, collectively, we've just sort of partied our way to the last
Yeah.
person online. It's just kind of like,
Well,
okay,
we
well,
should. Yeah. We
Our
just shut.
parents
That's
and
why people want
grandparents
to
built.
see their girlfriends suck off their dogs.
Yeah, because
Because
they're bored.
everything else already
We
fucking
beat back
happened.
the
Fuck, I can
beat
watch
back
a woman
the
get
Indians.
fucked by a donkey.
We beat back the Indians and then got drunk and told the whole world that we were gonna fuck everybody else up too.
And then we ended it by
And
going.
then that was
"Woo!"
and then we went to California.
Yeah.
You know, and then we went to California. We went to go. I'm going back to Cali. Like that's what we did. That's what we did. We fucked up some Indians, turned back to Europe, and we're like, we did it.
And as Louis C.K. pointed out, they weren't even fucking Indians. They were
No.
completely
Yeah, I
different.
know.
You know, I always say it's so insulting that people, that fucking ignorant Americans today, still insist on calling them what they already know is the wrong term for them.
Yeah,
like,
right,
that
right.
to me is the most.
Like 300 years later, we're still
Like,
doing it.
how fucking ignorant and arrogant can you be? Like, yeah, I know it's wrong, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just used to it, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm used to it.
Alright.
I don't
So
want to learn new things.
I don't have to. It's like people were pissed
I'm
off
certain.
at the Redskins changing their names.
I'm fairly certain that there are
You know,
some people
cares
who
about
say
that.
the word Indian and don't honestly think that. They're like, oh, I don't care. You know, like I mean. You know,
I don't
think
say
most
it. I say
people
And
that
then
say
they were
Indian
taught it.
know that they're not literally from India.
Yeah.
I think that just visually, I mean, you could probably figure it out.
I just want to say that Cody pointed out. Doesn't he mean he's the German soldier that killed their Frank? Ooh, that is a rough one. Cody, I'm going to clink to Cody on that one because that was like a Norm Macdonald level joke where it was like, that sort of hurt, but I had to laugh because it's good, you know? I'm not going to fucking puss out, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh in front of all my friends.
Yeah. Aren't I cool?
You guys hear that joke? You guys hear that joke I laughed at and got?
You guys heard that? Oh, alright, awesome.
See what Aaron wrote?
Well, what'd she write?
Found on Is It Normal? Me and my sister have been getting more physical. I'm 18, she's 20.
Oh, it sounds legal. Are you both hot?
Yeah, the age has nothing to fucking do with any of it.
Yeah, right? Like, that was just thrown in there, what, to, like, protect himself?
I know
Dude,
it,
I'm
dude.
18. I mean,
I
come
know
on.
it, dude. I'm not going to say who, but I
I
know
would
it,
have fucked
dude.
my little sister. She's my big sister, assholes.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not creepy or anything.
I'm not a
Christ.
perv. My pussy doesn't drip for the young ones, just the older ones. I know somebody.
Can we consolidate that audio?
Yeah. She already planned on it. I saw it in her eyes. She was like, I'm going to single that out and fuck you up online. I actually know somebody who's approaching their 60s. I'm not going to say who one of their biggest achievements was they got sisters to make out with each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow that's a little bit.
They actually talked they voodoo talked their way into it to make it happen. Now, whoa, two hot sisters make out.
We'll give the twins 2 thumbs up.
One for each twin.
Yep. I wish I could give those titties 4 thumbs down. The milk is gone dry.
Show Charlie.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Show Charlie about
I'm
him.
Rick James, bitch.
I feel like John Lackey with his laughter just said there's a lot to process.
There's
in
a
the
lot
last
to
2 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I have a
going
lot
on.
to think about
And a lot to
today.
think about tonight.
While I stare in the mirror at my beard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and
I stare in the mirror at my beard.
I'm gonna
Do I look
discuss
good
it
today?
myself. Do I look good
Or
today?
not. You have a flower with 2 petals.
Would my greatest achievement be
Playing his little mandolin.
Would my greatest achievement be to
That's
get
what
to
Jacopo
two
does.
hot sisters to make out with each other?
Yes,
Yeah. Now here's the thing: is that pimpage or is that 2 sisters who kind of wanted to fuck each other to begin with?
No, it's 2 sisters
I
that
don't
want to
really
fuck
care.
the same dude.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, you were
Yeah.
right about that.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
the clink on that. She
And
said
I
2
guess,
sisters.
I guess if this is what it takes.
No 2 sisters want
Yeah.
to fuck each other. There's just 2 slutty ass sisters who are willing to do some shit together.
That sounds judgmental and sexist. I just want to let you know. I just wanna let
It
you know.
also
Everyone's so
sounds
invested,
accurate.
I don't even fucking know what
There's
the
a
fuck
lot
is
of
going on.
sexist things in the world that are true, Rick.
Sexist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I say, dude, as long
I guess
as
I'm being anti-sexist.
It's
Hey,
sexist,
hey,
but it's
hey,
true.
hey,
Piece of
hey,
shit.
hey, you are talking about two sisters who fucked a dude together, okay? It's not sexist, it's
Sounds
accurate.
like Family Hour.
All right,
Well,
it's
they
not
didn't fuck
sexist,
a
it's
dude,
accurate.
They just kissed each each other.
Well, no.
I'm
that's
sorry.
true.
Did
That's
you
true.
ever fuck someone with your sister, Rick?
I'm not a girl. I would never do
Hey,
such a
then, well, it doesn't
If you
matter.
were a chick, you'd be into your sister.
I don't know. I've never been a chick before. I mean, what's it like?
It doesn't matter. Would you fuck
Somebody
someone with
chime
your
in.
sister?
Absolutely
It feels very
not.
nice.
Well, then that's all that matters.
There are twin
It
sisters
doesn't
who
matter.
do porn
It
together.
doesn't matter whether
Yeah,
you're a
so-
boy or a
And
girl or a
CGI,
twin or not.
Sorry
It's
to
not
ruin your day.
CGI.
Are you
It's
gonna
not
be
fuck
magic.
someone
You
with
can't
your sister?
CGI dildo fuck your sister.
Oh,
You can't
I
CGI
guarantee
dildo
you
fuck
you
yourself.
Yes, you can.
God damn it! I got a green screen here. We're gonna make this happen because I want to see it happen for reals. Ryan's gonna fuck himself in the ass with a dildo. We're gonna
That's
make it
not
happen.
happening.
Strip down.
Okay.
Get your Buffalo Bill shirt off. We're gonna make this happen. Show the six pack. Is it still there or is it all?
Oh,
fucking
it's
big?
under there somewhere. He lives. I mean, I'll still fucking. You know, I could probably lift your car up or something. You know.
Good catch, John Lackey. That was Matrix catch right there.
Don't be distracted
If
by all the
anybody can
beer
see the
surrounding
Matrix,
the
I
frame.
imagine
You
it's
know,
John.
that's all.
Because
That's
that's
the
error
protection.
messages.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing
Well,
too
that's
is
my winter
because
basically.
that's
I
how
haven't
that's where your
surfed all
job
winter.
is.
I
You just
Hold
see
on.
like
Hold on.
I get
green
back in the water.
numbers falling from
That's what I
the
said.
ether,
Anyway.
and you're like, oh, that zero should be nope.
Nope.
Now I'm gonna get on that.
Absolutely. With a beard as perfectly
Wow.
shaved as this, the Matrix. This is the guy. Who
I
did
always
it.
thought this about myself on most days, but it's nice to hear. it.
This is what he thinks about when he looks in the mirror and sees
This is all
himself.
zeros and ones
He doesn't.
right
He
now.
doesn't think about beauty or ugliness. He goes.
There's a glitch in your beard.
He's like Matrix ready. I'm Matrix ready.
You take the red
Yeah.
pill.
And then he goes like.
He named his beard Agent
It's
Smith.
like 011. Wait, what's that one? Get that one.
Get
out
that
of
one
here.
out of here.
Yeah, 011.
This DNA is perfect.
That's
There, George Zimmerman.
So fatty boy.
All right.
It is known.
Okay.
We got a little bit of time left. You guys want some new stuff?
You know, why not?
Shoot it all over me.
The X-Files is coming back with.
The X-Files is coming back. How do you guys feel about that?
Sweet.
What's happening?
I've
They're
seen
bringing
2
the X-Files
episodes
back?
of
The
X-Files.
real X-Files with Mulder and
coming back.
Yeah.
They're back?
They
the
got
Red
Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny.
It's a
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
That last movie they made that they just had to come out with so that way they can fucking finally have those two fuck each other at the end.
You have claimed
Are
that
they
before, and I
gonna
agree
go
with you.
from that as like part of the X-Files canon so they're currently together for X-Files now?
they'll
Or
probably
did
trailer
they
park
break
boys
up
it.
now? or
Did
like,
they break up now?
Yeah, I bet you
And
there's gonna be a breakup thing. I bet you. I
That's
guarantee
dumb.
That would be really bad. That'd be
Just
poor
stop
television.
making
Were the
X-Files
movies any
and
good?
don't remake the
Yeah,
fucking
were the movies
Crow
good? I
either.
saw a bunch of the shows and I saw the movies.
The first movie was okay.
Okay.
The first movie was okay, but the second one was like shit.
Why was it shitty?
Because it was just set up to have the surprise of, oh my god, they're fucking each other at the
Yeah,
end.
Mulder and
That,
Scully
the
fuck.
whole
Yeah,
movie is
that's
just
basically-
for that one
Which
part.
one? Which one's Scully? The chick
Didn't
or
they
the
like
dude?
lose a kid or something?
What?
I don't remember.
chick.
I
I don't know.
I think
Mulder and Scully, dude. Come on, man.
They like
Fuck.
lost a kid or something.
I don't know.
They came.
You didn't watch X-Files?
A little bit, I did. My
I
mom
love
likes
I
it.
love the show.
man.
My mom loves the show.
Only
yeah.
the first, I don't know, like maybe like
11
three.
seasons.
Yeah, no, I would say 3/4 out of the whole show
Police or-
was good, but
Yeah.
the last quarter was a shit.
Yeah, it's like Married with Children. Well, it's not exactly like Married with
Yeah,
Children, but
but-
Married with Children is the same thing. It was like 6 great seasons and 2 shit ones that
Yeah,
fell
exactly.
apart.
That's like pretty
Yeah.
much every show.
Yeah, every
Why
show
does that happen?
Except Sunny.
And except
for
Breaking Bad.
That's true.
But they Breaking
And
Bad.
Dark Shadows.
Breaking Bad only had 5 seasons.
Oh, and
I guarantee if
Sarah
Breaking Bad
Connor
had
Breaking
2
Bad had
seasons,
Yeah,
7
fuck
seasons,
them.
you
They
fucking
barely
fuck.
got through 3.
Breaking Bad had 7
Fours.
seasons.
They need to
No, it
fucking
didn't.
bring
No,
it
it's
back.
5
Did?
seasons.
No,
Five
it was
seasons.
I thought
seven.
there was like little half seasons though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they.
Oh
broke
yeah,
them
well I
up,
was
but that's-
saying no because the last 2 were stretched out, but there's 7
Yeah,
seven
yeah.
Oh yeah,
installments.
because they split it up.
Yeah, they split it up and it's 7 seasons.
Where's it coming from?
The truth is out there.
From John's Matrix. That sounded weird.
I want the truth.
Stop talking about my Matrix.
Okay, you can stop now.
I'm not gonna stop.
Dude,
I like to
okay,
dance.
can we talk
Just
about
as
the
you
fact
can't.
that they're remaking The Crow? And how
Oh,
unnecessary
no.
it is? I said if Nine Inch Nails was on the original soundtrack soundtrack.
Dude.
It's not fucking old enough to remake it.
Yeah.
I agree with you
Are you?
completely.
I mean, I know it's
And-
Old Man Trent, but still.
You know, yeah, but you
Old
know
Man
what though?
Trench is fucking
The guy
Okay,
they
right.
the
Okay,
guy they
right
got
there.
to play the Crow is the right dude to play
Wait,
the
who's
Crow.
playing the Crow?
It's
The
some
Rock?
dude from it's
That's
not
actual
The
Crow.
Rock. No, it's some dude. Dude, it's
Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
it's a dude who looks like a young Johnny Depp.
All right.
He looks like Johnny Depp from like Gilbert Grape. Johnny
Dude, just
Depp.
be careful on that set. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Word
right.
the fuck up on that.
Gotta
That's
get
weird you bring that up
delivery.
because I had a conversation with somebody today about Bruce Lee, and you know obviously Brandon Lee died the
Yeah.
same way. You know it's
Yeah,
because
it's
fucking
fucked up.
they wanted his ass dead, dude. And somebody told me today the reason
It's
was
a big
because
conspiracy. I've heard this whole conspiracy.
who-
no,
Who
it's
wanted
a
him
totally
dead?
different
Yeah,
thing.
wait, what?
I've heard this whole conspiracy thing. Like,
Well,
there's, like,
when he developed his way of fighting, which I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to pretend I know. It's some sort of jujitsu or something. The code was he wasn't supposed to teach it to
Yeah.
other people.
and he did.
So he came to the United States
So
where he had
it's
the
like
freedom to
Mace
do it,
Windu's
and they
form of
basically.
lightsaber fighting?
That's exactly.
Oh my God! I compared it to Jedi's when the guy told me the story. I went, it's like Jedi's. You can't
Jedi.
really do that.
Jedi.
Wow, that
Jedi.
reminded me of something.
Sorry.
One of the first things
I'm trying to
remember-
agree with you.
One of the first things I remember about being friends with John is, do you know what I'm about to say? I said something about Star Wars and I said Jedi as a plural, and you're like, I really appreciate that. You know that there's no S at the end of Jedi.
Two fucking nerds.
Yeah. But it's funny because I compared it to
That's awesome.
Jedi, and I said yes, it's like that. You can't bring that teaching out of the world. And he brought it to the United States, and they basically followed him
talk
here.
to
Yeah, they killed him. They did
Jedi.
conspiracy
Sorry,
theory. They did the
Jedi.
same thing to his son.
Yeah, of
They
course
wanted-
they did.
They wanted to kill the whole bloodline and
Why
all that
not?
some shit. I don't know.
But you talked about Albanians, like the blood debt.
But that's not the same thing as teaching unknowable knowledge.
No, that sounds worse, doesn't it? Like
Well, it's completely
it
how
sounds
do you
like
compare-
something
why
that would
you
follow
compare
you
that?
intercontinentally to fucking take you out so you don't
Oh.
do it. That's what I'm saying is like if he broke a code, they're gonna follow him. They're gonna follow his family. Same way like what you told the story about Albanians and the blood debt,
Yeah.
where like there are some kids who've never left their houses before because
Because
There
when
are
their
people
family
after the whole
members
family.
killed someone like
Yeah.
2 decades prior.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
Like, marked for life.
Yeah.
So you know when you think about
That would suck.
how
Den's
valuable
great
his
great
knowledge.
great grandpa.
Yeah,
God,
it's
yeah,
some shit.
See what happens when you go to the bar for one fucking drink and all shit.
But my comment was, I said a remake of The Crow is as unnecessary as The Crows 2, 3, and 4 were.
No. Shh.
Those.
There's one
But they
reason
already
why
did
the
those,
Crow
so
2
they might
has
as well
to
do
exist.
another
Because the Deftones are in it.
No, because of the hot chick. Because of the hot chick. And I'll tell you what else, John.
Because the
not only-
Deftones
not,
are
not,
in it.
not only the hot girl that played Sarah in that movie, but the soundtrack
soundtrack.
Dude.
to Crow 2
Not bad.
was awesome. It was as awesome as the first Crow soundtrack.
Dude, you got that
and
Rob
that's,
Zombie song.
that's the only movie
Yeah,
I've ever
that
seen where the
song in
soundtrack.
Oh,
The
that awful
soundtrack-
whole song,
Yeah,
yeah.
What,
right.
what whole song is on it?
Gold Dust Woman.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, they put that
I
on
can't
there.
believe you fucking remembered
Dude.
that, dude.
Yeah, well, you
Look at
should.
that.
You played it enough.
I didn't play that song.
You
I
love
liked,
Celebrity
I liked,
Skin.
No, yeah, I love Celebrity
That
Skin.
whole album,
But,
you were all
um,
over that shit.
Dude, that Deftones song on there was really good. There was
It was good. And
the Rob Zombie one was good.
Rob Zombie was good, definitely. And there was another one on there.
The last thing Rob Zombie did that I liked was that, what was it, Sweet to Lips Across a Ragged Tongue.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Dracula album.
Yeah,
That was the last thing I liked too.
Ragged they come, ragged they kill.
But that movie was weird because that was the
Have
only
you
movie I
seen
can
the
remember.
shit he's been up to, dude? Have you
not
seen
really.
it?
It's fucking bad. It's so
I
bad.
heard it's
Recently.
bad. I heard it's
Recently
bad.
watched something.
Bad.
Dude,
I recently watched a live video of Ministry's
I'm
recent,
pissed.
Oh yeah.
Please.
and I was like,
How'd that treat you?
Yeah, how is
well,
that? Is it
first
good?
of all, it was packed as fuck, like it was in the past. But
Yeah.
I was really shocked. But like I've seen Ministry, and Ministry's the most or maybe second most violent show I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It's
Dillinger.
definitely the most dangerous show I've ever been to.
Oh,
'cause-
Dillinger.
Because I was the smallest person there, me and who I was with, and everyone else was like a giant football player.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest crowd you'd ever expect for Ministry. Like, you would never be like, yeah, it's gonna be like a bunch of jocks. Like, who the fuck would walk into a Ministry show and think that?
Yeah,
With like
right.
Fetus playing and fucking Young Gods from Germany, an industrial band.
Yeah.
Like, You're not gonna have the football team out for that. But anyway, I was watching the video and I noticed that like when it gets heavy, the crowd sort of bounces a lot, but nobody was like throwing punches. And I'm like, that's weird. That's what they did back in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. It was like fucking taking your life in your hands.
Interesting. It's different now. And I was looking to see like the relative ages of the crowd. Like, are they us? And we're just like, I don't still care anymore.
Yeah.
Or is it young people? But most of them look like a lot younger, like early 20s, which is shocking because it's fucking Ministry. But
I know. When I saw KMFDM like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, it was a weird mix. It was like people our age and it was people like way younger.
Was there like an insane pit?
No, not at all.
Oh, I've seen KMFDM in the 90s, and I don't really remember it being like.
I also ordered a pink
I saw
fucking
fucking
in 2015.
Dude, I want one.
I went to one show at in Elizabeth. You remember where the Skateplex is?
Yeah.
You know, the Skateplex in Elizabeth. Yeah. We went to a fucking like hardcore fest. That was the Skateplex, like E-Town Concrete, Nora, Every Time I Die, Kill Switch Engage, like just like all these fucking dudes. Like I think like fucking what is it? Agnostic Front played.
Yeah.
Like.
How were they?
They were awesome. They were always
they
awesome.
would be awesome.
Dude, it's just like steam, full speed ahead, fucking punk. You know, like they're always good. You know, but like yeah, dude, there were so many bands. But yeah, like Nora, like when Nora, especially when Nora did like Last Chance Kids and shit, like just like tore the roof off the fucking place. But E-Town, dude, like we saw a lot of bands. We saw Nora, Diligent, like all those popular bands. Because it was in Elizabeth. E-Town marched up there at the end of that shit and just absolutely.
And why? Because what was the thing about E-Town? When
waste
E-Town
to
was
the
coming
place.
up, where couldn't they play? Elizabeth.
E-Town.
So when they finally played that fucking show, it was
Hey,
a
I was
big
fucking
fucking deal.
right.
You're right.
I
You're
was there,
absolutely
dude.
right.
I was there.
That's
man.
right,
that shit
man.
was
There
unreal.
you nailed it.
It was,
Yeah,
but like,
nailed
dude,
it.
Nora was awesome. Everybody else was awesome. It was a great show, but dude, like E-Town just, like, dude, they just took the stage and just like the drums hit it. It was just like back in the day, we had nothing. It just like fucking goes off and like
Cody just said.
Oh.
Eat it? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Cody V, hell yeah, ETID, Every Time I Die.
Right.
Was the craziest shit I've ever been to. Fuck right, man. You goddamn straight.
Footprints
Like,
in my
dude,
face.
like
Right.
you will hear falsetto singing, and you will get kicked in the face at some point. Like Every Time I Die is a dope show too.
Yeah, I love getting.
I think they might have been at that too. Every Time I Die might have been in the house that day in Elizabeth.
Did you get your face kicked in?
Oh no, I didn't. But no, it was dope though.
You would know.
Yeah, you would know.
Okay,
But
so
I was,
hold on. I want to bring up. No, finish what you're saying.
No, but it was great. Like me and Aaron were fucking backstage hanging out. I was playing in Carmicide at the time. I opened for a couple of those dudes and shit, and we played at like another festival shortly after that with Every Time I Die and Kill Switch and Lamb of God and shit. And we opened for them, you know, but it was just like that show was. Like, it was so unreal. It was like all of the New York, New Jersey bands just converging on Elizabeth. And just in this fucking skate park, just going like from as far north as Massachusetts, as far south as Virginia. You know what I mean? Like, it was unreal.
We have time for one more topic. Something else I wanted to bring up.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
No, it's cool. I wanted to talk about Utah bringing back the firing squad. Painful, right? They're bringing back the firing squad.
You know what's fucked up though? There are parts of us.
fun.
There are a lot of parts of us who are always like, we should all be more responsible for ourselves, and hey, maybe that's not such a bad idea in some places. But in the same way, it's just like though. Like that shouldn't be our mission. Like that's a backwards step.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's a backwards step. You know.
Well, she had a great
I know there are a lot of people who deserve to die, and there are a lot of bad things that happen.
But here's
that's
what is the butt to that?
That's a backwards step.
That there are people who deserve to die, which we all agree with. But
yeah, there are people that probably deserve to die, but it shouldn't be. The government shouldn't have the power to decide that because the government has gotten it wrong and they'll continue to get it wrong.
Right.
And the death penalty system is racist. It
sexist.
depends. It's sexist. Men are more likely to be put to death than a woman. it's much more likely that a rich person or someone with money is going to get off when someone who's poor has barely anything is
Look
not
at
going
fucking
to.
Durst.
They're dead, yeah.
Hey, man. dude,
Durst, yeah, look
you
at
know
Robert
what?
Durst. Good point, dude.
You know what? The way I
Yeah.
always see it, man, when it comes to that, like, you know, the diehard criminals and murderers and stuff, they should go the way they sent the victims out.
Which I agree with.
But
Which
what
I
does
agree
that
with.
they
say
get it
about
wrong,
your?
though.
But what does that say about his need to be punished? Because now you're doing what he did. Does that mean that you have to be punished too?
No.
Is it the
No,
point
I
that he's being
understand that.
punished because you're saying, hey, we're at a higher standard than that, so we're gonna
Yeah,
prove
there's no.
that
Yeah,
there's a
but
higher
why-
standard
there's no
by doing
answer.
it in
Right.
turn
Yeah, but
and
why?
telling you
But
when
why?
it's okay.
But why
Because
should?
do you know
Wait,
why?
hold-
Because-
wait, let him finish first.
But my point is, like, why should he get a less, you know, whatever death penalty? Like, if he got like the, you know,
Because
like the
we're
chair,
holding
the
ourselves
electric-
to a higher
I
standard
know.
than the murderer or the rapist
I
or the
know.
whatever.
That's
I
actually-
understand that,
which-
but sometimes I don't agree with that.
You're
sometimes.
right. I think you're
I
right.
agree with you.
And
I agree with you.
I agree with
Like-
you. But I
Well,
will
that's
say
not
this.
to say I
My
don't think
problem.
that some people deserve it.
my
I just
pro-
think
alright.
it shouldn't be my right to decide or the government.
Here's my issue, Will.
Yeah.
Recently, and this is not a unique story. Recently, a guy got out of jail. He was in jail for something like 30 years. The prosecutor who put him there knew he was innocent but put him in anyway. And the prosecutor not only admitted it, but said, whatever the justice system needs to do to me, I deserve. That's not a unique story where people get accused of things they didn't do, punished for things they didn't do.
Yeah.
So what worries me is, and I hate that when you make an omelet, like break a few eggs fucking mentality, to where to me it's like, if you kill one innocent person just because there's fucking murderers in the world somewhere, if you kill one innocent person, your system is too flawed for you to be in charge of it.
We're one of the only countries that still do it. I think us
Yeah.
and Iran are the only fucking
Which
ones
is
left.
nuts!
Go
Because
America.
our country looks at countries like Iran and goes, barbarians.
No.
Our country has more people in jail than anybody fucking does. We
Fuck
kill
yeah.
people more than anybody fucking does.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm not, I don't want to get accused of like hating our country. It's just there's a
You can
statistic
accuse
reality
us.
you gotta fucking observe.
No.
If you had 100% trust in
That's
the criminal
not the
justice
point.
system,
That's not the
then-
point,
Then
though.
you're
It's not.
fucked.
It's
Right.
not.
Right.
Yeah,
But you
no.
can't. You can't have
But
that.
fuck,
Yeah.
like, okay, so that's a good moment of fucking rage, but you know what? I have a million moments in my life where I was a kid on the 4th of July at a park somewhere watching fireworks with ice cream in my hand and sparklers and hanging out with good people who treated me very nicely and very, like, that's what I think about when I think of America. You know, I don't think about, like, all this bullshit. You know, I am proud to be an American. I am proud of this country. I do like the idea that
I'm not
we
proud
can
of my
do.
government
But
killing
no,
people.
I'm not
no.
proud to
I-
say
that
I'm
doesn't-
an American
that's-
because that's putting a label
No,
on
I'm not
something
proud
that I have
to.
to be proud
But
of.
you
That's
know what? I don't
Americans
have to
do.
because I'm not going
I'd be
anywhere.
proud to
I'm
be
just a
good
piece.
person
No,
and
but
be
I.
surrounded.
But that makes me sound like I'm an international traveler. I'm not. I'm a piece of white trash from New Jersey, and I'm gonna die here. I'm proud to be an American, and that's all I can do is be proud and do it the right way, and show people from my own example, like, hey, you know, be nice
But
to your
don't get away
fucking
from
friends.
but
and-
don't get away from the original question.
Yeah.
The death penalty
Oh,
should it be
well,
run
no.
by our government?
No, I
It
mean
shouldn't
no,
exist.
not
Yeah,
at all.
right, exactly. Like they don't have the track record that tells me it's okay for them to decide. Not to mention they have too much goddamn power, which means they can say, "Woo, we don't like what you said or did or your
Yeah.
influence, therefore
So you're guilty
fuck
of this."
you,"
Yeah.
and we can make it so.
It's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's like, and
understand.
it kind of goes back to what Cat Williams said about
Too much
Dave
power,
Chappelle.
man.
Dave Chappelle didn't follow the protocol, and Cat Williams said they cut his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, he meant that metaphorically.
Yeah.
But there are people who that happen. Think about Guantanamo.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about Guantanamo Bay earlier, and it's like you said, if the guy was brown, would he be in Guantanamo? And it's like they make those decisions, then they make these decisions
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what's
not
another-
comfortable with
Well,
them
no,
making
but
these
you know what?
decisions.
Like you're talking about like,
Right.
so we're talking about like execution and all that. Like, and
Yeah.
that brings up my favorite point. You know what I mean? Like my absolute fucking favorite. You know what I mean? Like the fucking Osama bin Laden point. You know what I mean? Like I really like that one. That one's fucking gorgeous. You know?
How do you mean?
Oh, because like you know, like and same thing with Saddam Hussein. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know Saddam Hussein is dead? Because you turned on a TV at a certain hour and saw footage of a man with a bag on his head getting hung. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You don't know shit about
Hanged.
shit. You know, home and whatever.
Hey, I actually, you know what? I actually have that.
Anyway,
When I used to work, sorry.
Sorry.
This is that when I used to work at the Daily News, man. I actually still have it. Yeah, I worked at the Daily News.
You worked at the fucking Daily. Wait,
what?
No.
Printing
Hold on.
press.
I just realized how little I know about
He
you.
ran printing presses.
I worked
for
at the
Daily
machines.
News.
I wasn't
Yeah.
like
He was a machinist.
every time I tell people I used to work for the Daily News, they're like, "Wait, you were a reporter?" Like, no, I wasn't a reporter. I worked on machines.
Gegs
Yeah.
laughs.
He worked on-
He's
he
like
worked
that
journalism
Korean fuck.
Yeah.
More
But
journalism
no,
credentials than I do.
I work at the machines, and I still have it. I still have a plate of that image of Saddam with the
God,
the
that's
bag
worth
and the
so
noose.
much
Yeah.
fucking
I
money.
still have it, dude. I still.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ,
that's a
well, you're
piece of
set
history.
For fucking
Yes,
life.
I
Hang
still
on
have
to
it.
that.
Dude,
Yeah.
Man on the
dude,
moon
you
shit.
like have
But
like
yeah,
16
you know, like-
mansions in
Yeah.
like 10 years.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
You could fund this show to the
that's
top.
that's the
And I'm
but
going to the
anyway.
literal moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point that I was trying to make was that's my thing about the death penalty and all that, and like once it's a forgivable practice, that's what it leads to. It's like, you know, I mean, like they can just use it as an excuse for anything,
That's
and they
what
can
I'm
just
saying.
say
Right.
anything like, "Oh, we killed the
Right.
motherfucker," you know, like we didn't have any evidence that it was like that. Like what was that? What was the Osama bin Laden? Like, oh yeah. Oh, we had this sniper dude. He took him out, and then like we had his body on the boat, but we just decided
throw it
mid
over the
sea
side.
we were just kind of like, you know what? We're gonna bury this motherfucker right here, like in the middle of the ocean. Like, and that's what we're gonna do.
Why?
And you know
Yeah, I
what?
never
The
get
president
that.
can't
I
say
was
shit. Nobody can say shit. This is what we're
Why
gonna
is
do.
that?
Right?
Look,
Like bullshit, dude.
Let's
bullshit.
just say for
Like
argument's
it's like
sake.
just the no, but
Let's say for argument's
but
sake
you
that
know, wait,
Osama bin
but
Laden
do you
had
see what I'm
anything
saying?
to do.
No.
I don't want to get away from your point. Go
No,
ahead.
before we go there. No, and we should go there. I want you to say exactly what you were going to say when I'm done.
Okay.
Like, we should go there, but my point was, like, the dialogue changes. When shit like that is legal, when shit like that is allowed to happen, the dialogue changes.
Yes.
Like, it makes it easy
It
to
does
hide
change.
a body. It makes it really fucking easy to hide a body. Well, the death penalty's real, and you know what? This motherfucker was the enemy of the state. Like, you know, like all against Emmanuel fucking Goldstein, the fucking enemy of the
exactly,
fucking state.
right.
You know what I mean? Like there's always a fucking vicious enemy.
Let me
There's
comment on
always
that.
a fucking
Let me
somebody to
comment.
fucking kill, and you don't even have to prove that you killed him. You don't
But
even have
man.
to. You don't have to do anything. Like I'm saying, like if you
And
had,
that's true. There is
if
no
you
proof.
had proof,
Right.
then our justice system works. Bring
But
him
man,
home.
but
Like,
man.
bring him home, dude. Bring him to New York. Bring him to the fucking site of the World Trade Center and send up a fucking noose.
But
and
man.
if you got proof and you can prove that he did it, fucking string him up and hang him in front of the whole fucking world and prove to them that our justice system works.
Agreed.
But if you don't have that evidence,
It is an American fairy tale. And we're gonna hear it in history books in 75 fucking years about how we did this and that to the bad fucking terrorists.
yeah.
And that's exactly
the
what
wicked,
fuck is gonna
evil,
happen.
the Mongols.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
hear it now.
The
You hear it
Mongols,
now.
the fucking,
And
I
the
remember
Sioux,
seeing-
the Apache
I remember
Nation,
sitting
Hold on.
back and watching like my Facebook
the
wall
Cubans,
Yeah.
the
when they
Russians,
caught,
the
like,
fucking
when they
everybody.
killed Osama bin Laden, and I could not believe how many people I knew, and it was a majority. It was like 90% of the people I knew turned into bloodthirsty psychopaths.
Yeah.
In like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was like, oh hey, my dog just farted,
Right.
and then like 2 seconds later, it was like, good, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Fuck him, fucking strangle
And I-
him, motherfucker.
Yeah, and I got
Make him
news for you.
bleed,
He
kill
was
his
probably
kids.
dead for years already.
I'm just amazed at how many Americans. I'm just amazed at how many Americans can that walk on this planet and try to deny the simple fact, and it's a fact that we have picked a fight with every other
country
with
on
every
fucking
other
Earth.
country
Yeah.
on this planet.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Listen, guys.
At this point, we have fucked with everybody, and we have imposed our will, and we have fucked with everybody, and we sit here and act like they should be kissing our ass for it.
What were you gonna say, Sarah?
Eh?
I thought you giggled.
I was laughing at Greg
Why?
because it's funny.
What did he say?
don't know. I guess you have to read the chat.
Check out Awesome
I
Talk.
didn't mean you. I meant whoever.
MySpace.
Greg,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There is an Awesome Talk on
Greg
MySpace
just-
now.
Greg just keeps posting.
Find
shit.
Awesome Talk on MySpace. You know why?
Oh my God.
Because Facebook.
We're
has
taking
been-
it back.
Dude, it's funny.
back,
It's
yeah.
funny.
I'm taking it back.
It's funny you should say that because I said on MySpace, I said on Facebook, I'm starting a MySpace revolution, and Michael Mayhem fucking rejoined MySpace, and then some people he knew rejoined MySpace, and they all friend us on MySpace, and I was like, the revolution. Go ahead, Facebook, try to take our fucking privacy away, you motherfuckers. I'm going back to fucking.
I'm going rogue, bitches. Going rogue.
I'm going back to where it all started.
Yeah.
The shit you ripped
Yeah,
off.
To the MS.
I'm going back. I'm going back to the MS. Boom!
To MySpace.
I'm gonna make a M and an S. Alright, so look, listen, we have come to the point of the final word.
Oh, we have?
We have.
Oh, word.
Oh,
This has been a fun night. It's been a fun night. I love
It's
it
been
when we just
interesting, yeah.
I love it when we just talk and make jokes. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
So I'm gonna give the first final word tonight to my man Woo.
Woo, banger.
Every time.
I was thinking.
Everybody
I was
says
thinking-
every time.
I was thinking in my
Every
head. I
time.
was like, the last episode.
I said
you
that
said
last
it.
time.
Yeah, and I was like, I wonder
Really? Did
if
I put
he's
you
gonna
first?
point at him.
Sarah, I'll put you first now.
You're
How about
getting
that?
No, don't steal from me.
Oh, I'm not
now.
gonna steal. All right. He
Don't
got
steal
prepped. He got
from
prepped.
me now.
He fucking lubed the gears. Let's go.
Sorry, you're next.
Oh, I know what lubing the gear is, but you did the fucking Korean shit out of that.
We all know you don't know what lubing the gear is.
Oh, I know how to lube a gear.
Oh.
No, that was a good joke, though. That was funny. But I
all,
did a
of,
Korean
all,
joke.
all of a sudden you know about lubing gears.
What? I don't get a fucking clink for all my
All
fucking
of a sudden.
racist Korean jokes all night? What the fuck? All right, go ahead, brother.
Basically, don't be afraid to walk to your next convenience store and buy yourself a big bag of juicy marshmallows. You never know, it might be the last time you'll ever have that juicy marshmallow in your mouth.
He keeps saying juicy marshmallow.
Because it's juicy, man.
And it's a marshmallow.
Yeah, right.
I love me some marshmallows. So, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Dude, clinky.
That's all it needs to be.
Yeah, sometimes
It
all you
is
gotta be
what
is a
it
woo.
is, and that's
All you gotta
all
be is
that
a
it
woo,
is.
you know?
Nice and simple.
Sarah,
Popeye.
your final word tonight.
1952.
My final word is that there is something called the Lyme disease challenge. Take a bite out of Lyme challenge. I feel like they're calling it 5 different things.
Yeah, sure.
And they're all hashtags.
It's all the same, yeah.
But it basically, you know, donate to iLads, post a fact about Lyme, and literally take a bite out of Lyme and post your picture or whatever. Which hopefully you'll all do tonight with
Yes.
us, and hope that everyone else will.
I got a bag of
And
limes.
you can find like it all over the place online because so many people have done it, like NFL players.
Yeah,
and
like NFL players,
That's
yeah.
sweet. That's
That's
awesome.
Cool,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty epic.
You
It's
did
not very
have.
hard to find info about it, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely send the pictures in.
You said
All
take a bite out of lime.
Well, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Right.
I didn't make it
That's
up.
cool though.
That's cool. I like it.
Cool.
Funny.
And also congratulations to Rick because his Lyme disease article is pretty funny.
Oh,
Yeah, congrats, by the way.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Thank you very
man.
much.
Congratulations for.
And you got a desperate housewife that wants your attention.
I
The
appreciate it.
desperate housewife.
Thank you very much.
That's fucked.
Geggy Top, your final word, my friend.
My
Jigger.
final word, we're going to keep it short and sweet, like I usually do. I like to.
I think you should make it long.
Yeah.
Like,
Long and
just
sour.
play us out, you know,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
hours, whatever you got.
Greg,
Just
listen,
keep
man.
talking.
If you know any,
It's called Getting Southern with
if you
Getting
know,
Tom.
if you know, any, if you know any Shakespeare, now is the time. And now is the winter to find
People
discontent.
time after time. Quit sticking your dick in things that don't need to be stuck in. Mailboxes, dogs. Quit fraternizing with dogs. Don't be sexual with dogs. Don't. It's bad news. Fucking bitches anyway.
People are canine sexual.
Why not suck a lime instead? Really. Thank you. Get rid of PSA.
Thank you, Geggy Top. Ryan, final word tonight.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Same shit we've been saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back. Thanks for having me. My son is awesome, and welcome to the world, Odie. And you got a fucking hell of a namesake, and you're gonna have a hell of a family. And I don't know. like I was saying earlier, man. Like seriously, like everything I see on the fucking internets and everything, and everybody's talking about it and all that, and it's all just like division, just division, you know, just division. Just that seems to be the common theme to me, you know, is like anytime you look outside your own neighborhood and you look into the TV or the news to get a perspective, it's division. It's dividing. It's these guys against these guys and these guys against these guys. You know what I mean? Like I just charge. It's fine. I just charge everybody to fucking like I've said a million times. Just go outside and go next door and say hi to your neighbor. And when you're on the line, like paying for your groceries and you're looking at the same article or something that somebody like talk to them, say hi, say something.
Well, maybe
you know?
what happens if I don't feel like talking to them?
What if your neighbor calls the cops and says you're trespassing?
Exactly. And 6 cops show up.
Then you were not taking. Then you weren't taking my advice. You were taking someone else's advice. Okay?
That's true.
That's not what I said. So whatever.
People's door, I'm like, holy shit.
Knocking on people's
Call the cops.
I'd be like, help! There's an Oriental at the door.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I know.
No one's gonna clink me. Come on, man. That was a good joke, right?
You know what? You know what my final word.
No. Go for it. Go for it.
Erase all that.
Yeah.
You know what my final word is? You guys all fucking suck. The world sucks, and yeah, fine, fuck it. I admit it. But you know what? But you know what? In the middle of that world, I got fucking 2 awesome kids, an awesome wife, I got like a little fortress where I live with them, and everything is fucking awesome. And I even have shitty jobs all over the place, but I can do all of them, and I'm great at every single one. And so I'm having fun. You know, I fucking have fun. I talk to people. I enjoy my life. I fucking share my love with others. And you know what? Get on my level or get the fuck out of me. You know, like, get away.
Please.
I'm trying to have a good time.
I want to say that, first off, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I didn't know what to expect. What are you doing over there? What are you playing?
You're gonna make fucking YouTube fuck with us. So
fuck with us, so stop it.
We actually literally have to cut this out.
Yeah, dude. Literally, YouTube's up our ass right now, so you gotta be careful. He's like, oh shit, that was serious? Yeah. I'll talk to our inside guys.
Uninspired art is unforgivable.
Get this a shot, huh?
Maybe.
Thank you, everybody.
No, come on.
What's happening
not
here?
Right. He's just not right.
Well, look at him, for Christ's sake.
That boy ain't right.
Getting fingered by a Korean is hard to get on camera.
It's hard to get over, isn't it?
Is this on?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the fabled defective Korean.
That's not even clear.
Look how diverse we are.
He can't even make an iPod.
Quiet down, round eye.
Whoa.
That was funny.
Come
right?
on. That's pushing
No,
it.
it
was funny.
It was,
It was funny.
So,
but if he punched you, if he set your bar on fire and punched you, I'd be laughing.
laughing too, actually. Look, a joke's a joke.
I know. You heard him.
Anyway, my final word tonight, I just want to say thank you all for being here. I didn't know what to expect tonight. We had a lot of fun. There's a lot of good conversation, jokes. I like it when tonight's the way that it is. I think this is a perfect kind of awesome
nice and
talk.
quiet and easy going.
I want to say thank you to Nevermore Designs for being our sponsor. I can't help it, but the article I wrote for the Pontiac Tribune, Yolanda Foster from Real Housewives shared it, and I'm just really proud of that. But more than anything, I hope that it's helping the movement for people who have Lyme. I had a really good time tonight that I really needed because I've been under a lot of stress lately, and it's just been a lot of fun. And there was a lot of good jokes, and it was fun. And
was it fun?
It was fun. Fuck you, woman. So I just want to say, if you want to find us online, it's Awesome Talk TV.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's also.
Don't say fun.
That's it. Sorry. Homebar
It's also
Productions.
fun.
Sarah and
Fun.com.fun.
Sarah and I have a podcast called Ice and the Face. Find Ice and the Face on Stitcher and iTunes, Facebook, and find all this shit, everything that we do, on YouTube at Homebar Productions, which if you're watching right now, you already fucking know that. So I'm going to pass along the special fun award to John Lackey of SuperTMH2.com. SuperTMH2.com. Let's fucking do this shit.
www.fun.
Go ahead and pull your cock out.
/fun.
It's like they're on the end of a ship. Looking
Go
into
get
the
him.
horizon.
You fat later, you
Tiger.
son of a bitch.
Iceberg.
You got this.
All right, go for it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
It only took 1 week, and Starbucks is already done with their Race Together campaign, where baristas were encouraged to start a conversation about race with their customers.
Race together. That was great. I love that.
The idea was that by writing the phrase "race together" on your cup of joe, they would jumpstart a not at all awkward and complicated dialogue at 8 in the morning over the loud whirring of frothing milk. I guess they were hoping it would lead to more interaction between humans of different color. Imagine the thrill of this experience. Honey, I talked to a black person today, and you wouldn't believe what I learned. Have you heard of slavery? Pardon my French, but it was effed up.
By the way, I feel like it would be more like I watched this show Awesome Talk, and this guy Rick told a bunch of racist Korean jokes.
Hey, honey, I'm sorry, that might be one of the best things you've ever said on it. Hey, honey, have you heard of slavery?
Okay. Public reaction to this campaign was mixed. From "why are you doing this" to "no, please don't do this." And while Starbucks claims, "no, seriously, this was supposed to last a week. We totally planned on giving up on this idea very, very quickly," I remain skeptical. You can't talk about race issues in America with an overworked and underpaid person, presumably of a different race, as they wait on your impatient white fancy drink craving ass. Unless, of course, the conversation is limited to, "Hey, is it hard to be black in America?" And they reply, "Yes," and hand you your coffee. But hey, you gave it your best shot. So this is a conversation that we all need to have, just in a less cutesy, "oh, isn't this fun," instead of writing your name wrong on your cup. Let's have a rap session about apartheid kind of way. But this...
Let's have a rap session about apartheid.
But this wasn't the worst campaign. Here are some other Starbucks conversation starters that the public was not ready for. Campaign number 1. The Holocaust, fact or fiction?
Holy shit! Oh my god! I feel like if Nick Swartz was here hungover, he'd go, "Oh Jesus."
Hey man, we're Starbucks. We're just asking questions here. We want our employees and customers to express themselves. What, you think anti-Semites don't treat themselves to caramel flan frappuccino blended drinks when they aren't spreading hate propaganda?
Holy shit!
Now who's the bigot? Okay, you're right. It's still the anti-Semites. Okay. Campaign number 2. This is a 2-part question. Do you think if you kill someone in heaven that you're automatically sent to hell? And what if the person that you killed was actually an undercover minion of Satan? Admittedly, it's hard to fit all of that on a cup, so it was shortened to Secret Minion with a question mark. This raises a lot of theological and moral questions. If pushed to the limit, would you kill someone in cold blood in heaven? And that's without even getting into the logistics of how you would pull it off. But if I had to guess, it would be razor blade angel wings. See, these terrible and completely real examples prove that you should never ask customers anything in the morning before they've had their coffee. In the best case scenario, they'll throw their drink in your face. The worst case scenario is that they may actually answer you.
Okay? They may
Is that the end?
Oh,
John Lackey. Yo, show, pass it along to John Lackey. He's got to see that picture.
The last picture I put the reaction in John's final word tonight.
Oh, look at cat stuck his head up my ass.
Might have.
Hey,
turn around.
Hey, listen. Next episode, we got Dan Caputo from Negative Sky on.
Following episode after that, we got Nico White, who's a stand-up comedian
He's
who's doing some
fucking
great shit. We
hilarious.
love this guy from New York. He's coming in. And I just want to say, hey, Awesome Talk, Season 4, Episode 8. Thank you very much for drinking with us. And Ryan, guess what? That
would be awesome talk.
That dude is a wondrous.
Good night, bitches.
Oh yeah, thank you for the chat.
Words. Good night.